Yeah, what's up with it? Y'all tuned in to another episode of Everything Boxing. I don't watch reality TV. I watch boxing. There you go talking that boxing again. Yeah, and y'all know what to do when you come in the building. Punch on that like button and make sure you jump in the comments and let me know you in the building. Be that bitch off in the building. Salute to you, Queen. Mike Rhyme in the building from that Trent, New Jersey. What's happening with it? Mox G off in the building. Salute. Yeah, I know you strapped, but you cowards like to play hard. Mike Rhyme, what's good? Malachi Walker off in the building. What's happening with it? Matt Chad, what's happening with it? Oh, shit, excuse me. Excuse me. Cassandra Mason off in the building. What's happening with it, Queen? Chris Mitchell, what's good with it? He said he on his lunch break tuning in. What's up with you, fam? I appreciate y'all. My allergies is acting up today for some reason. Mr. Reyes J off in the building. Where you been at? Where you been at it? Chef 4ID off in the building. What's good with it, partner? And y'all smash that like button as you come in the building. We're going to get the show started soon. You know how we do. We just wait for some of these notifications to go out. And we got a whole lot to talk about. We finna get busy today, for real. Yes, sir. Waiting for my boy Money to get off in the building. Let me send him the link again. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and get it started. Mac Magnificent said, that's my jam, fam. Salute from the 318, the Louisiana off in the building. Yes, sir. So let's go ahead and get it started. I want to hit y'all with some news. I want to hit y'all with some news, some boxing news before we even get into, what we really going to cook on. I'm going to hit y'all with some boxing news. So I don't know if y'all heard not Manuel Char, my bad. Joe Joyce, the juggernaut Joe Joyce, the heavyweight Joe Joyce that just beat my man Daniel Dubois, right? That just stopped Daniel Dubois. Joe Joyce and Alexander Usyk, right, is almost final. So Alexander Usyk and Joe Joyce will be fighting each other for I think it's like an interim WBO, the interim title. So they're gonna be fighting each other pretty soon. So that's a good matchup. Alexander Usyk, another step up for him, because Joe Joyce, one thing he can do, that motherfucker can take a beating. What's good with it? Money Brown TV off in the building. What's happening with it?
What's going down, Brody? What's going down?
Oh man, you already know what it is. Same pimp suit just reheated.
Yes, sir. Joe Joyce gonna get his ass whooped by this.
Yeah, man. So yeah, Joe. So I'm just hitting. We could just go hit him with some news before we really get into cooking that flame. Yeah. So Joe Joyce and your boy Alexander Usyk finna get it on. It's almost final. That's a solid fight. It's a solid fight. What you think about that?
Oh yeah, it's solid. Like I said, man, Joe Joyce, he made me respect him, bro, because when I looked at him, I didn't see shit special, especially when I saw the Stavern fight and he couldn't get the dead man out of there because Stavern was dead in the motherfucker. And they ended up getting a stoppage, but I thought he should have knocked his ass out cold. I'm like, man, this dude ain't got nothing. He on the ropes. You hitting him with everything. He ain't going nowhere, but the ref ended up stopping. So I'm like, man, ain't no way in hell he finna be Dane Dubois with what I just seen. But he went in there and he stopped Dane Dubois' ass. And I said, if he beat Dane Dubois, even though Dane Dubois ain't really had no big fight like that, because Joe Joyce, I didn't know, I really didn't know Joe Joyce was the age that he was. I ain't know the motherfucker was in his 30s like that. But right. I was saying, shit, if he going on, he beat Dane Dubois. I wasn't even looking for a start. I said if he beat him, because I didn't give him a shot in the world to beat Dane Dubois. I'm gonna keep it real. But when he beat him and how he beat him and shit, I said, okay, I gotta respect this motherfucker. Like you say, he showed that he can take a punch, bro. He showed that he can take a punch. But with Usyk, right, Usyk style, the in and out style, slick on his feet. I don't know if Joe Joyce quick enough to catch him. You feel me? The boy was right there to bang it out with him and shit like that, so I gave him a shot. But Usyk a slick motherfucker, but he can be hit too. He can be hit. Dale Boy showed that in the last fight. Depends on how big the ring is. So
hey man, let me get this fucking clown up out of here.
What's that?
Motherfucker, you on my channel. Straight up. Get your stupid ass up out of my chat.
What was that, Key?
I don't know, some clown. I don't know. Go ahead.
Yeah, so when so with the Usyk style in and out, like I say, Usyk showed that he can be hit, but I'm gonna see is Joe Joyce, could he put the pressure like Dale Boy put? You feel me? Dale Boy put some pressure on Usyk and he weathered that shit. And I don't know Joe Joyce a better fighter than Derek Chisora. You know what I mean? But he got some skill. I ain't gonna say he okay, man. I ain't gonna just blaze him like that. But I feel like Usyk outboxed his ass. I don't think Usyk stopped him because, like I say, he showed that he got a chance. But I think Usyk, he outboxed his ass for probably about 9 or 10 rounds, depending on what it is, if it's a 12 round fight or not. But I think he outboxed his ass 10 or 12. Joyce probably get a couple rounds in, but I just think Usyk ass too slick up there for somebody like Joe Joyce. Now, if he catch Usyk ass, it'd be a different story because he do got some little pop. He got some pop and he got determination. So it ain't like I'm just counting him out. It's still a heavyweight division where one punch really matters. You know what I'm saying? So he can land that punch on Usyk and put his ass down and can get him out of there like that. But other than that, bro, I see Usyk, cruising to an easy unanimous decision on Joe Joyce ass.
Right. Salute to Pimp Adrian 2C. My man Brandon House off in the building. What's good with him?
Brandon House is going down. Be that bitch is going down. Cassandra Mason was going down, love. It's going down to the chat, man. How y'all feeling out there?
Yeah, J.A. Dixon off in the building. What's happening with you? Yeah, so the way I feel about that fight, the only chance I see Joe Joyce having is he's just going to have to continue to, he going to have to take some punishment, right? And he just going to have to continue to put pressure on Usyk and hope Usyk slow down and get tired. That's the only way I see him beat Usyk, right? Continue to put pressure on him, go to the body, and then just hope he slow down in the later rounds to when he slow down, then he could, catch up to him and fight him at his pace. Other than that, Usyk is, like you said, pretty much is going to outbox his ass. You feel me? Usyk is just going to outbox him pretty much other than that. I don't see Usyk stopping Joe Joyce because, like I said before, one thing Joe Joyce can do, that motherfucker can take a beat. You know what I'm saying? He can take some punishment. He got a hell of a chin. He ain't going nowhere. He finna be right there in front of you. But you feel me? He got a chance, but that's his only chance. He gonna have to work on, implementing the body attack, and just walking him down, and just hoping he can wear him down to get him to fight at his pace. But other than that, we know that Usyk has some, very good boxing skills, and Joe Joyce, he's too slow. He really too slow to keep up with him, and his skills ain't on that level. His defense ain't on that level, So Joe Joyce, Usyk can outpoint him fairly easy. It's just like, how is Usyk gonna be able to take that constant pressure if he, implement that game plan? Because you can't go in there and try to outbox the man. You already done lost. You feel me?
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah, so that's another one. Some more news we want to put you on. Let them know about the other news, man, that's going on in April.
Man, April 10th, it is finalized for the young rising star out of Philly. Jaron Boots Ennis taking on Sergey Lipinets. This is big step up fight. This is the fight that to show that he is that guy. We all know Usyk is a former world champion at 140 pounds. Lost to Manny Garcia, came up, retired Lamont Peterson for good. We all know Earl beat Lamont Peterson, but Sergey Lipinets, he retired him. He had a good fight with the dude. His last fight, they call it a draw. I kind of thought homie edged it. I can't get his damn name right now. I thought he edged it a little bit, but I wasn't mad at the draw. A lot of people screaming robbery and all that shit. It wasn't no damn robbery. It was a close fight. Dude held his own, but it could have went either way. It could have went Sergey Lipinets' way by a point. Sorry. Could have went Sergey Lipinets' way by a point, or could have went the dude way by a point. So a draw, it was all right. You feel me? Chestnut, what's going down, bro? Is it me or has Usyk not been that impressive at heavyweight?
He ain't that impressive.
Yeah, but I feel like just the fight for him to come out and really prove, that he's at that level. Because Sergey Lipinets ain't no pushover. He ain't no pushover, and his ass, he gonna give you some resistance, bro. You feel me? I don't think it's gonna be one of the fights Boots just going there and just blow through him. This ain't no Christopher Herding, how you pronounce his damn last name. It's not him. Now, I do got faith in Sergey Lipinets to make this a good fight. Now, I got Boots winning that shit. Yeah, Custio Clay. Right on, Jay Dixon. Custio Clay. But I do got Boots winning that bitch. I'm looking to see how impressive he can look. I want to see the aggression of him. I want to see if he can go out there and do what he been doing to these motherfuckers. Could he do that to Sergey Lipinets? Because if he go in there and blow Sergey Lipinets' ass out the water, yeah, we talking about something. He ready. He ready. But I still want to see him, because I said this, key. I want him to fight Thomas Delorme, Jose Cito Lopez, and then take on Sergey Lipinets. But I'm not pissed off because he was going to fight Thomas Delorme. Then he would have came out to Sergey Lipinets. So it still went the little way I wanted it to go. And I'm happy. I'm happy they put him in there with this dude, Sergey Lipinets, because I do feel like he got some resistance for Boots' ass. But I just think Boots, his speed, his power is real. I think he go get in there. I think he go offset Sergey ass with some things. But Sergey Lipinets, his fundamental style, that jab, that 1-2 his ass got, he gonna get some resistance. And he a tough motherfucker. Sergey tough. So if Boots can get his ass out of there, dog, in an impressive fashion, he making a statement. He making a damn good statement. Because like I say, when you're moving up in the rankings, you need these kind of fights to get you ready for them big boys. You need these kind of fights. And we seen, like, he gave Mikey as a run for his damn money at 140. Mikey ended up dropping him, ended up getting a win, but he didn't stop him. Nobody had stopped Sergey Lipinets. So, and I think he only got one loss on his record, if I'm not mistaken. I think the Mikey loss is the only loss he got, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so he gonna go on that bitch, go handle his business, man. Sorry, Boots gonna go on there. I think he gonna handle his business, not Sergey. I feel like it will be some resistance though, but it's gonna come down to what Boots going there and do and how he push the pace. But Keith, take it, Keith. I gotta take this call. That's my little note taker.
Okay, yeah. So the Boots Ennis versus Sergey Lipinets, that's solid. That's the type of fight that Boots Ennis need, because we all been wanting Boots Ennis we've all been wanting to see him in the step up fight. We know he got skills. We know all of that, right? But we want to see how he is in the ring with another, top class athlete, another top class fighter. Sergey Lipinets is solid. He's not an A-level fighter, but B- level fighter. B level, some might say he a B-level fighter, but Sergey Lipinets, he is former world champion at 147. He already made some noise. I think who did he stop? Was it Devin Allen? No, who did he stop at 147 recently? Oh yeah, Lamont Peterson. I think he stopped Lamont Peterson. Look good doing that. His last fight against Clayton Castillo, I don't know, man. I don't know what was up with that fight. I look for Sergey Lipinets to go in there and really put in work in that fight, but Castillo was able to show some holes in Lipinets' game at 147, but yet and still Lipinets is solid. This is a good fight. This is gonna show a lot about Jaron Ennis, because if Jaron Ennis can walk through Lipinets, right, he gonna make some fucking noise. That's gonna make a whole lot of noise if Jaron Ennis could go and walk through Sergey Lipinets, because Sergey Lipinets, he been in the ring with Mikey Garcia, and up into the Errol Spence fight, that was Mikey Garcia's toughest fight. You know what I'm saying? Up into Mikey Garcia fought Errol Spence, that was Mikey Garcia's toughest fight in his whole career, Sergey Lipinets, right? So, I mean, Sergey Lipinets gave Mikey Garcia a lot of problems, even though Mikey Garcia won it. He won it unanimously, but he gave Mikey Garcia some problems. And this was when Mikey Garcia was at, his prime, when Mikey Garcia was pretty much walking through everybody. Sergey Lipinets, he looked way better against Mikey Garcia than Adrian Brunner did, looked a lot better than Robert Easter did. So Sergey Lipinets, like I said, he's a problem. So I expect Jaron Ennis to go in there and get the job done, but I'm looking forward to see how he gets the job done. Like I said, if he walks through Sergey Lipinets and get him up out of there, Sergey Lipinets ain't never been stopped. Nobody never stopped him. If Jaron Ennis can stop Sergey Lipinets, hey, everybody in the welterweight division, right? He gonna put everybody in the welterweight division on real notice, right? If he could go in there and do that, Terence Crawford got to look out for him. Errol Spence got to look out for him. Shawn Porter, Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman, all of them. Because If he do that, it ain't gonna be too much longer that these top fighters could just overlook him, and act like he don't exist. So we'll see. We'll see. It's yet to be seen because, like I said, and I'm gonna always say this: fighters can look spectacular. Certain fighters can always look spectacular in the ring against certain level competition. It's about how you look when you move up that ladder against the tougher competition. So we're gonna get to see that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to that for sure, for sure. And now what I really want to get into, I want to get into Terence Crawford. Let's talk about Terence Crawford and Shawn Porter. Let's go ahead and get straight into it. Let's talk about Terence Crawford and Shawn Porter. Cause Shawn Porter, he got his podcast, and this is the topic that he's been talking about. He been on Terence Crawford's helmet for a minute, and all I hear from Bob Arum, Terence Team Crawford, and we just gonna talk the facts. All I hear is them making excuses why they shouldn't fight, right? Why they should fight Shawn Porter. Now, Shawn Porter, he coming out and he's saying, look, that little lowball offer, that $1 million offer and all that shit that they offering me over there, those are just excuses, right, that they making so they don't have to fight me, right? Those are just excuses that they make it so they don't have to fight me. And y'all hit my like button. Y'all hit the like button. It don't cost nothing to hit the like button, right? And it's making a lot of sense. It's making a lot of sense, right? Because you offer Kell Brook, right? You offer Kell Brook what, like $1.5, $2 million, right? So you gonna offer Kell Brook more than you offer Shawn Porter? What? A Kell Brook that y'all said he was washed up, right? The whole team Crawford said he was washed up. But then you go offer him more than you offer Shawn Porter, and then you trying to justify it by saying, oh, well, that's a good offer. A lot of y'all motherfuckers been out here talking about, oh, Shawn Porter, that's a good offer, right? And then I hear a lot of people saying, well, why don't Al Heyman offer Crawford? Well, the last time that I checked, Bud Crawford is the champion. Bud Crawford is the A side. So the B side don't make an offer to the A side. You feel me? The B side don't make an offer to the A side. So who else are you going to fight? Because I'm going to continue to say it. If Shawn Porter if Terence Crawford is not in the ring, going in the ring with Errol Spence next, and we know that probably ain't going to happen, right? If it's not Keith Thurman, or at least Ugas, who else you going to fight? Right? Who else you going to fight if Shawn Porter's sitting there and he damn near begging you, what's up? Let's get it on. So my question, is it Terence Crawford that's avoiding this moment? Because when he talks, he's not acting like he want to fight Shawn Porter neither. I know we could easily put it all on Bob Arum, but is he behind the scenes asking Bob Arum to make this fight? Go ahead and offer that man more money, because I think, I'm going to go ahead and get him up out of there. Does he really want, because he not acting like he wants to fight. Blue Blood Sports TV off in the building. Salute to Blue Blood Sports TV. Yes, sir. The king of this here YouTube thing. What's good with you, Blue? So what's and salute to Knockout Boxing 86 TV. Salute to Jamilo Chestnut. Way 9302010. Mike Rhyme in the building. So yeah, like that's what I'm saying, because we could easily put all of this on Bob Arum, right? Bob Arum is telling you, and he's showing you the bullshit he on. He telling you straight out, I'm only gonna offer him $1 million, right? That's it. That's all I think he worth. But when Terence Crawford comes out and talks, right, he's trying to back that shit up. When we've heard him talk, he's backing that up, and they giving it a whole bunch of excuses why they don't want to, why they shouldn't fight, right? Why they shouldn't fight Shawn Porter. Oh, Shawn Porter didn't want to fight me when he had no belt. Shawn Porter ain't got no belt. Shawn Porter this, and that. Okay. Well, you not fighting, you not fighting Errol Spence. You ain't fighting Manny Pacquiao. So you're not fighting nobody with no fucking belt anyway. Because you got the other belt. So what the fuck is the excuse? What is the excuse? Shawn Porter is a big name. So if you know you're not fighting Errol Spence next, you know you're not finna fight Manny Pacquiao next, and you talking about, well, Shawn Porter ain't got no belt. Okay. Whoever else you finna fight ain't got no fucking belt neither. And like I said, if their name ain't Keith Thurman, right? Or Danny Garcia, whoever else you gonna fight don't have a bigger name. Because like I said, Pacquiao's off the table. Errol Spence is pretty much off the table for next. So make that shit make sense. Make it make sense to me. It don't make no sense at all. You know, this shit is crazy because, like I said, yeah, we could blame all of it on Bob Arum, but it's up to Terence Crawford, right, to come out and say, look, you know, shit, since the Errol Spence fight ain't on the table, Manny Pacquiao, he doing some old other bullshit. Yeah, what's up? Now I'm calling you out. Those fights ain't on the table, right? Now I'm calling you out, Shawn Porter. I want that Shawn Porter fight. You don't hear that from him. So what's up? Do he really want to smoke? Because it's you know, it's simple to fight all these other fighters that we know that's not on your level that you're going to look great against. But what about you getting in the ring with somebody like Shawn Porter, right? That if you beat Shawn Porter, right? If you beat Shawn Porter, and you look good doing it, if you don't struggle with Shawn Porter, nobody's been in the ring, right, with Shawn Porter, it can say they just walked through Shawn Porter and they didn't struggle fighting Shawn Porter. If you can handle that task and beat Shawn Porter without struggling against Shawn Porter, nobody can say nothing. You're going to shut everybody up. Right? Mike Ron says, Green Machine got $1 million. What the fuck up with that? Yeah, like I said, it's showing, right? It's showing that they'll pay Bob Arum, Team Crawford, right? They'll pay to fight lower level competition. They'll pay high level dollar to fight lower level competition. But when it comes to these other guys that have a big name, that's proven, that put up big numbers on pay-per-view, right? It's always an excuse why they shouldn't fight them. It's always a low ball offer, the lowest of low ball offers. So, you know, what's really going on? What's really going on? That's all I'm asking. I'm not saying that Terence Crawford is ducking nobody, but we need to know what's really going on. You and M Stacks 85, salute to you. But see, you can't say that they both trying to wait out COVID for a gate if you're talking about Shawn Porter and Terence Crawford, because Shawn Porter ain't talking about no COVID and no gate. So you ain't nobody put no words in his mouth. You dig what I'm saying? Can't nobody put words in Shawn Porter's mouth. And then if Terence Crawford was trying to wait out COVID and for a gate, he could say that. He ain't said that. So we just can't make up some shit and just assume. We need to know what's going on. It's up to him to be vocal about this shit because, like I said, once again, money. Terence, Errol Spence, that fight is pretty much, we know that ain't gonna happen, so that's off the table. Manny Pacquiao off the table. You got Keith Thurman, you got Shawn Porter, and you got Usyk.
Right? Yeah.
If you're not fighting none of those fighters, anybody else that you fighting, right? They don't have a belt either, because so that Shawn Porter or such and such, oh, they ain't got no belt. They wouldn't try to fight us when they had the belt, right? Yeah. That argument is null and void, right? That's not an argument no more because anybody else you fight, unless you're going down in weight, they ain't got no motherfucking belt neither.
Facts.
So you cannot continue to, oh, well, they ain't got no belt shit, right? And everybody else you've been fighting ain't had no motherfucking belt. And most of these motherfuckers ain't had a name. So what's up? Ain't nobody out here, right? What I'm not gonna do is fucking run around capping for none of these fucking fighters. None of them. G Garcia up in the building. He says, what up, ETB chat? Just tapped in from Big D. No homo. Man, we know what you mean, man. Will Murphy says, hell, Porter is the mandatory when he fought Mean Machine. The excuse was it was his mandatory, so why not this mandatory? Because what you looking like out here is you looking like, right? You looking like shit. A lot of these other fighters is looking out here, right? And I'm not gonna name no names, but we know what it is. Motherfuckers will jump up and break their neck to get the easy smoke. But then, right, when it's some tough smoke, you know, they move different. They moving different. So that's what it's looking like. Now it's up to you to show us different. That is not the case, right? It's up to you to show us that that's not the case. CB Sports TV, what's good with it? Salute.
My brother CB was going down, child.
Yeah, Jay Chestnut or Danny Garcia. Right, even Danny just took a loss, but you're gonna get more respect for fighting. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really put Danny in there because I really wanted to talk about some fights that's, you know, like credible, like some fights that could really happen next. I don't really see that being, you know, we don't even know what Danny gonna do. You know what I'm saying? We know how Danny takes his losses. Danny ain't taking his losses well. Danny, we might not see Danny Garcia fight for the next year and a half, 2 years maybe. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. We don't know how Danny is taking that, you know, having that third L. And you know, shit, Danny got his dad to worry about too, because you know, Danny dad is one of the motherfuckers, you know, that's gonna make him feel bad for taking the L. We already seen it in the press conference. So Danny got other shit mentally to deal with, right? I wouldn't even want to see, I'm going to keep it 100 with y'all. I wouldn't even want to see Danny Garcia get in the ring with Terence Crawford, right after this L to Errol Spence, because first, Terence Crawford probably ain't going to get all the credit that he would deserve for beating Danny Garcia. Secondly, like I said, we don't know where Danny Garcia's mental is at, you know? But, you know, Will Murphy says, if I was Al, I would call that bluff. I would tell Shawn, take the fight for the M, and I would pay him on the side to get that belt and bring it back to PBC. But now that's not smart business. You dig what I'm saying? That's not to me, and I respect your comment. I ain't calling you stupid, but that's a stupid business move, because it's like, why you know what I'm saying? Go over there and take 1 million and then I'll pay him on the side. Like, first of all, none of these promoters, none of these managers, financial advisors, they not just paying these motherfuckers out of their pocket just for charity. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna fucking give Shawn Porter just a few millions. You know what I'm saying? A couple millions or whatever, out of my fucking pocket just because I like him that much. That's not how business works. That belt ain't worth shit. Fuck that belt. Because when they get the belt, they still got to pay sanctioning fees to keep the belt. That's what people don't understand. Lucia Johnson, what's going on with you, Queen?
Lucia,
building. What's good with it, Drew? Knockout Boxing TV, 86 TV says salute, chat, money, ETB, keep flaming them. Facts, real talk. Lucia Johnson says, KT, have you ever tried to speak with Terence or Bomac? I believe one of them would speak with you and stay professional. Nah, Terence Crawford ain't speaking to nobody but I spoke to Bomac on several occasions. Yeah, I spoke to Bomac on several occasions. But like I said, when I talked to Bomac about this, Bomac, right? Me and Money talked to Bomac about this. Bomac, his words were, what Terence Crawford, Shawn Porter ain't got no belt. Shawn Porter wasn't trying to fight us when he had a belt. So I'm just telling y'all what they've said. That's what Bomac said to me and Money when we spoke to him. So the answer to your question is, of course. So I'm not just making up some shit and assuming. That's coming from straight from their mouths, right? Will B's Comfort, Omaha, okay, that tell a lot. Omaha, new owner, Charming Chucky, and salute to you from Omaha. He says Crawford not avoiding Porter or Thurman. He's waiting until his contract is up. 2022, shaking my head, sad but true. Okay, right. That makes sense, right? That makes sense. But check this out. Right? Check this out. And I'm going to make sense. That makes sense if he is waiting till his contract is up because he know it's going to be easier to get those fights, right? But why? The rumors that I've been hearing, right, is they might sign back with Top Rank. That's one. And another thing, if you waiting for your contract is up, right, all you got to say is, look, I want to fight them. I'll fight Shawn Porter. I want to fight Keith Thurman. I want all those fights. You know what I'm saying? It's up to my promoter to make those fights. If not, we gonna make other moves. But right now, but he's not saying that. That's all I'm saying. He ain't saying that. When he get on the mic and it's his turn to talk about that shit, he's making excuse after excuse why he shouldn't fight Shawn Porter, right? Why he shouldn't fight Keith Thurman? Oh, Keith Thurman was making offered, he want 10 million and all that. Nobody want to hear that shit, right? Don't nobody want to hear that. Just tell us why, right? Tell us why you think that fight should happen. That's it. Because all we want to know if you really want to smoke. And salute to my man Matt Magnificent in the super chat. Appreciate you off in that super chat. He says, if that's your man, you pay him handsomely. He says, Crawford, my favorite fighter, but he needs to get off that boo-boo. Right, real talk. You talking about that's your friend, right? You talking about that's your friend, right? Now, right, you talking about if me and Money, right, if we gonna make some bread right together, right? If we got somebody else that's paying the purse, why the fuck would I advocate and be okay for somebody trying to lowball my partner? If that's your partner, why are you advocating and acting like it's okay for this old ass man to lowball your partner? That ain't the type of partner I want. I don't want Money coming on here, right? And telling everybody, shit, Matt Magnificent, why you give him $5 in the super chat? I mean, shit, you could have gave him, you could have gave him $1. Oh. That ain't my partner. I don't want that. You dig what I'm saying? And when I hear from Terence Crawford, if you want to take it there, what I hear from Terence Crawford, oh, well, 1 million is cool. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like they advocating from that. Bomac, salute to Bomac, but he's advocating for that is okay for them to offer him $1 million. If that's your partner, you need to keep it 100 and be like, look, you know, I understand if Terence Crawford don't want to take $1 million, you know, because I know that he's worth more than that. And I know that a fight between me and him would be worth a lot more. So is that really your partner? Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want my partners moving like that. You ain't my motherfucking friend if you trying to basically take money out of my pocket. You dig what I'm saying? If let me know if anybody in here that's watching right now want friends like that. And then I'm gonna give it over to Money. Let me read some more of these comments real quick, Money. Knockout Boxing 86 says you work your whole life in the sport where you one wrong punch away from dying. No low ball offer should be accepted from any fighter. Real talk. WBO is trash. They work for Top Rank. Basically, Lucia Johnson. Okay. Let me see. KQKC Network. KQKC Boxing Network. Everybody go subscribe to the OG KQKC. Right, Mr. And that's but yeah. KQKC, the singing OG. Yes, sir. KQKC be over there cooking. Hey, he be cooking up there raw, uncut. Go fuck with the OG KQKC Boxing Network. Make sure y'all go subscribe to KQKC. He says, what it do, my brothers? Keep up the grind. Always, you know, that's all we do is grinding. Shade Girl 85, what's going on, Queen? She say salute everything boxing and Money Brown and the chat. Lucia Johnson say, hey, Money Brown. Yes, sir. Chef 4ID off in the building. And Lucia Johnson and Andrew Charles off in the building. What's good with it, my guy? Lucia Johnson say, I don't blame Terence for not speaking up for Porter. I wouldn't advocate for my opponent, no lie. But see, this is the thing, right? Right? That's is that your friend or not? Right? If that's your friend, you want your friend to get paid, right? See, you got two different type of friends, Money. The motherfucker that say they're your friend, that when you really when you doing good, they looking on the side and they fucking really biting their lip and mad, right? Then you got another type of friend that, right, they really happy for you when you do some shit, right? It's like, right. You pull up in the new whip, right? You shining, right? You pull up in the new whip. And I know personally, you got certain type of friends. You got that friend like, shit, that's cool, but I wouldn't have paid that much for it. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have paid for that. You know what I'm saying? And then you got that friend that's like, man, that's cold, man. Hey, man, my partner just pulled up into such and such, you know, and they happy for you. But you, like I said, you got the, I wouldn't have done it. I mean, shit, I wouldn't have did it. I would have put my money into such. You got, you know, and we all we all can attest to, you know, certain people like that. You might be one of them people. Loyal to the game, Boxing Talk. Y'all go subscribe to my man Kwame East, right? From that Loyal to the Game Boxing Talk. Y'all go subscribe to Loyal to the Game Boxing Talk and support them. Support my man Kwame and Drico Bay. They have no say, so they just TRY. So they all Will Murphy. But yeah, Loyal to the Game Boxing Talk say they have no say. He says Terence Crawford don't call the shots business-wise they need. But we all know that, right? We know that they don't call the shots, but you still have a voice. You dig? When we not finna keep on making excuses for, you know what I'm saying? All of these fighters have their own voice. We know who running shit. You dig what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we have our own voice. The fuck if he come out and be like, yeah, I think that Shawn Porter do deserve more. It ain't what is Bob Arum gonna say? Well, I'm not fucking with you more than I already wasn't fucking with you. Like, come on now, man. Yeah, Shade Girl 85 said friends help friends make money. It's simple as that. Right? Let me see. KG Alexander off in the building. What's happening? Witty. Is Bob Arum and Heyman blocking negotiations to make more money? Nah, man. What the fuck money are they making sitting on the sideline? Like I said, I named the fights. Those are all big fights. You can't be blocking nothing. You know what I'm saying? All it's gonna do if you step in the ring with one of them guys and show out, you're gonna make more money with the Errol Spence fight. You feel me? Shade Girl says Bob still freezing out Team Crawford. I mean, I don't know what it is. You dig what I'm saying? I don't know what it is. This ain't like we saying all of this right now, right? But he been with Top Rank his whole fucking career. Damn near. Not his whole career, but most of his career, right? So this ain't nothing new. Them guys been over there, right? For a long time. You know, what's going on with it, Money, man? What you got to say about this shit? Money, you on mute. Money, you on mute. Oh shit, I guess I'm gonna keep on cooking. Yeah.
Haven't posted yet, okay?
Yo, Money.
So that's for next time.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Anyway, yeah, I think he busy, but yeah, like this shit don't make no sense, you know. Stan Swoosh off in the building. He said, salute Keon the Money. We gonna see what TC really on come October if he resigns with or not. Yeah, that's another thing, right? But shit, like I said, you got from now until October to speak out. And y'all hit that like button. Everybody make sure that y'all hit the like button because it don't cost nothing to hit that like button. And my man, my cousin Keto off in the building. Once again, he say hit that like button. It's free. What's good with you, Keto? And y'all make sure that y'all go subscribe to my cousin Keto Abashi, right? I'm gonna put him on the screen so y'all can see. Y'all go subscribe to his channel. It's just what it say. Man, if y'all want to know about big business entrepreneurship, he have, you know, he got his show, his segment, the entrepreneurship segment every day, right? And man, he's letting y'all know about all type of different business ventures, how to get into them, you know, letting you know the ins and outs and how to just be successful and be your own entrepreneur. Yeah, so make sure y'all go check out my man, my cousin Keto. And he funny in the motherfucker too. He ain't got no sense. Ain't never had no damn sense. But yeah, like so, the real Benjamin, bloodline off in the building. And Keto, I want you to put, let everybody know, put in the chat what time, right? What time you have your entrepreneurship show every day, because people really need to go check that out. And he be having some dope guests on there. He didn't have to Brad on there. I mean, he be having some dope guests. So make sure y'all go check him out. And he gonna put in the chat what time y'all need to go check him out. So yeah, man, this shit is it's simple. Like, right? I don't want no friends like that, right? So we need to know. We could say Bob Arum this and it's Bob, but we know that. We already know who running the shit, right? But it's up to you to speak out. And when you have a opportunity to speak on it, you ain't speaking on it like that. All you doing is backing up what Bob Arum saying. See, this is the thing. We want to make all type of excuses for Terence Crawford, right? And I fuck with Bud. But are we doing, a lot of y'all, all y'all doing, right, is making excuses for him, because when he comes on, all he doing is backing up Bob Arum, right? All he doing is backing up what his promoter's saying. Straight up. Yeah. So make sure, right, go subscribe once again to my cousin Keto Abashi. And it's usually, he said the show usually come on at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. He says, but sometimes, you know, he just freestyling it. So make sure y'all put the notifications on. Make sure y'all get to put the notifications on. And if YouTube is sending out notifications like they supposed to, y'all will get the notification to it. You dig? The real Benjamin Bloodline say he agreed. Yeah, man, this is the thing, right? This is just the thing. All these fighters got a voice. All these fighters got social media platforms because we see Terence Crawford when he want to come out, right? When he want to come out and talk about Errol Spence and say, oh, you know, his little career and this and that, you know, when he want to take digs or talk about whatever else is going on, right? When he want to come out and you know, whatever he do, right? Show his family, you know, playing Call of Duty, whatever. He could do that. So, you know, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm not out here talking about that he is ducking or he's scared of these cats, but let it be known. And if you that man's friend, right, let it be known by your actions that you really his friend and you really fuck with him. If you don't fuck with him like that, well, continue to do what you're doing. And let it be known, like, we cool, but you know what I'm saying? I don't really fuck with him like that. That's what I'm saying. Jason Chin, once again, he's saying it's Bob, not Terence. No, stop making excuses. They're simple. Will Murphy says Bob taking the blame, but he can say how he feels. Exactly, Will Murphy. That's all I'm saying. Is you can keep putting the blame on Bob Arum, this, and that, but it's up to Terence Crawford to come out and let you know how he feels. Right? Let you know how he feels. And when he comes out, he's letting you know, he's telling you, well, you know, Shawn Porter, he didn't want to fight me. You know, he didn't want to fight me. That's an excuse not to fight Shawn Porter. Well, Keith Thurman, he don't really want to because Keith Thurman asking for too much money. He want too much money. Well, Keith Thurman just came out. He on your helmet again, too. And he said he don't want no 10 million. He don't want no 10 million. He said, but you're not going to lowball him, right? So why can't you come out and say, hey, I think we should sit down, you know, I'm going to talk to Bob or have my people talk to Bob and sit down and see what we can offer Shawn Porter. Because I think that's a good fight. I think Keith Thurman. I think Keith Thurman a good fight. I think Shawn Porter is a good fight. You know, I would like to work out, you know, see what my promoter can work out with them and see what's good. You're not saying that, though. All you doing is Bob is backing up your promoter, right? And for y'all don't know, y'all don't want to make excuses, right? His promoter said that he's tried to make all of these fights with Terence Crawford, but Terence Crawford just don't want to make these fights, right? With all of these fighters, right? So, and then Terence Crawford backed his promoter up. And he said, look, it ain't Bob. Bob, you know, he's tried to give me these big fights, but you know, so what is we talking about? You only can take a man for what the fuck his word is and what he's saying. That's all I'm doing. Y'all making excuses, and I'm telling you what the man is saying out of his own mouth. My man KG says, hey, I already told you, fam, Bob about to be out here like Gator and Jungle Fever doing the shoulder shake.
Shit.
Hold on. But he said Bob about to be out here like Gator and Jungle Fever doing the shoulder shake for a dub. I lost it. Hold on, let me bring it back. The comments jumped and I lost it. He said doing the shoulder shake for a dub on God. Hit him with the shoulders. Hey, you crazy, man. The real Benjamin Bloodline says Bud has a fight a Class A boxer in his next fight. He has to. That's all we want to see. Stan Swift says, why don't TC buy out of his contract like Floyd? I don't think that he got the business people around here. Well, I know Bud don't got the business people around him, you know, in the business savvy that Floyd Mayweather had. That's obvious. They ain't taking no dig. That's just obvious.
Starters.
Yeah, Lucia Johnson says Porter and Thurman are a great fight for Bud. I'm calling him out now. That's what's up. And you need and Lucia is, you know, she want the biggest Bud fan. She just keeping it 100 though. She from Omaha, right there, no Bud's family, you know, and she just keeping it 100. Like she want to see him fight these fights. It's time for him to speak out, right? KC from KC5, KP5 off in the building. I mean, I'm my bad. KC from KC5, Ronald Finkley off in the building. J.A. Dixon off in the building. Yeah, so let me see what else. Lucia Johnson says, right, KT, but Bud need gold business people around him. Yeah, he do, you know. But if you comfortable where you at and you ain't really, you know what I'm saying, you really cool, like, hey, I'm cool. I got money. I got a couple businesses, you know, I'm cool. Just say that shit. Just say it like, I ain't really worried about this boxing shit like that. If it's a lot of fighters that's come out in the past and just told you straight up, like, I ain't really worried about this boxing. If it's there, it's there. If it ain't, it ain't. I'm cool. Cool then, you know? But stop having all these motherfuckers cat for you and act like that everybody, right? None of these guys, none of these big name fighters is fighting you because of them, because they don't really want to fight you, right? Because that's what a lot of his diehard, or they call themselves diehard fan. I don't know, dog. I don't know what to call. That's what a lot of these cats out here, right, are saying. And they'll argue you down that everybody's ducking Bud. But the evidence, right? The evidence, the hard evidence shows a different story. His promoter, when he come on, he tells a different story. That's what I'm saying, man. It's shit crazy. See, talking about, is Porter gonna accept the 1 million? No, you know that. You asking questions, right? Sylvester 2011, you asking questions, right? That you know that man ain't finna accept for what? Man, and one thing, and I'm gonna give it to you, Money, if you back in the building. One thing I want to say, right? There's another thing that a lot of y'all are running with, right? Is what is you said. A lot of y'all running with, right? Is that, well, Porter, he only made $2 million against Errol Spence. And Porter told y'all, right? Porter, I was watching Porter's podcast, right? And I've told you motherfuckers this shit over and over. And I don't know. See, a lot of y'all are run with shit just so you can have an argument and have something to argue about, but you don't believe the shit yourself and you know it's a fucking lie, right? Porter told y'all, just like AB told y'all, just like everybody else on PBC have told y'all, right? He says those numbers that come out saying that, oh yeah, they're getting a guarantee, this, and that. Porter said, you can't listen to that. He said those numbers are not correct. He said whatever numbers that they putting out there, he says they're not correct. He says they're not correct. And he's just laughing, letting y'all know that he's making way more than that. You feel me? So y'all need to stop with these bullshit, fictitious lies that y'all just running with just to have an argument. You know what I'm saying? Porter gonna make more than $1 million if he go fight fucking Ivan Redcatch. So just come on, man. What's good with it, Money?
Man, that damn lady, man, saying this motherfucker told me some shit.
With the super sticker, man, appreciate it. Go ahead, man.
Man, we all know for a fact that Bob Earn trying to lowball this damn man Shawn Porter, bro. So all you motherfuckers in here, Ronald Finkley, you and the other dude tomorrow, he don't need to take shit. How the fuck you tell a man that's getting paid more than $1 million against a motherfucker that's invested in Bud to take $1 million? You sound stupid as fuck. It come down to what Keith said. It come down to Bud telling his fucking promoter, pay that man what he's worth and give me the big fucking price. But he can't do that because Bob Earn ain't giving a fuck about him right now. You feel what I'm saying? So when y'all keep saying Now we know Tyron Terrell, they not friends like that. It ain't the point about them being friends. The point about it's a big fight for Terence Crawford. And we know for a fact a high profile fight like that is going to grow some goddamn money. More than a motherfucking $2 million that you're trying to give him 1 million. And we know Bud getting at least 5 to 6. You feel me? So if y'all can't come up with the money to give motherfucking Shawn Porter, right? The money that he deserved, what you think people gonna think? What do you think people want to think, bro? Think people gonna sit up there and just say, "Oh, Bud"? I mean, yeah, man, Porter ain't trying to fight Bud. He ain't taking no $1 million. Or think motherfucker gonna say, "Man, Bud and them trying to lowball that man." That's some bullshit. Period, dog. Period. That's why I follow prospects. It's more, man, prospects, whatever the fuck to follow, bro. We know what's going on. We know big business in the big business fight. We know Shawn Porter and Terence Crawford. You can even put that bitch on pay-per-view. You can even put it on pay-per-view. Bob, I'm the one talking about we don't want to do pay-per-view in the pandemic. Every motherfucker else doing pay-per-view. Why not? So why not, Bob? You like money, right? You like money. And I promise you, Shawn Porter turns Bud Crawford will be Bud highest pay-per-view that he ever done. You feel me? How much did who last mandatory get? I know how much Shawn Porter got last. That's what I'm talking. I don't care about anybody else mandatory. I'm talking about what Shawn Porter got.
But one quick second, money. Taiwan. So if y'all see, Taiwan said Bud and Porter is not friends like that. Okay, cool. Well, come out and let everybody know, like, hey, we cool, but I don't fuck with him like that. You know what I'm saying? We straight, but I don't really mess with dude like that. We cordial. You know what I'm saying? Let him know that. Because the shit that everybody was running with in the media and everybody, because before it was like, they not fighting because they friends. They friends.
Exactly.
You know, they real good friends, so they ain't okay. Well, let everybody know, like, we cool, but we cordial. So you know what I'm saying? I ain't really worried about what he getting paid. Exactly. You can at least do that instead of advocating for the man to make less money, even if you cordial. Instead of advocating for him to make some fucking dirt shit. $1 million is not dirt to none of us. But right, just like at your fucking job, right? Wherever you work, right? If you making $30 an hour, right? And then they tell you, you know what I'm saying, we're going to give you a pay cut and we're going to pay you $15 an hour, right? Are you going to take that? Are you going to take that and act like it's cool? And then if your partner is over there screaming like, hey, telling the boss like, hey, I think that's a good offer. I think he should take $15 an hour, right? I'm looking at you like I want to slap the shit out you. Why are you over here saying that that's cool? I should take a pay cut. So if they don't fuck with each other like that, I understand. But I mean, you could at least advocate for another brother and be like, you know, that's, you know, right is right and wrong is wrong. Like, I feel you. Because if Terence Crawford, right, if he thinks he's worth what he's worth, right, if he thinks that he's the fighter on that level, because we all look at Terence Crawford as one of the fighters in boxing that's up there, right, on that level. So if he think he worth what he worth, he should be fucking offended by that shit. He should be like, why are you offering another fighter only $1 million to fight me? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm worth more views alone. So why you off? Come on, man. Make this shit make sense. But go ahead, money.
I mean, all the big fights. Like he not trying to get him no big fights. Like he lowballing for all the big fights. Like he trying to sabotage Terence Crawford's career. It's like he trying to do this shit. My brother Born Strong, what's going down? It looked like he trying to do this shit. You feel me, Key? He didn't get him Pacquiao, knowing that fight put him on the biggest stage, right? Didn't get him Pacquiao. Keith Thurman popped up. You know, even though Keith Thurman, he said 10. Keith Thurman said you don't have to give him 10. Just don't try to fuck him over. Open up the check, right? He say no to that fight. You got Danny Garcia off for $3 million, right? You could have still came back and tried to say, okay, what's up? Didn't get him that fight. Now you come to Shawn Porter, and now you want to get this motherfucker $1 million. You don't want to get Terence Crawford for this fight. And then what stands out, kids, when he told When Keith Thurman said what he said, okay, well, Thurman, how about you go find a promoter to put the money up for you and Terence Crawford and let them lose money? What type of shit is that, bro? What type of, when this man just came off of Manny Pacquiao pay-per-view, when Keith Thurman just came off of Manny Pacquiao pay-per-view, Keith Thurman, listen, when he come back to the game, he know how to talk that shit to put asses in the seats at the end of the day. And if you put him and Bud in press conference, let them motherfuckers talk, they gonna amp that shit up. And people want to see how would he look against Keith Thurman. You feel me? So he said no to that fight, talking about, oh, go get another promoter to put the money up and watch you lose money. How you know they gonna lose money, Bob? How you know? You never put them in a high-profile fight like that. But then you got people out here getting pissed off at Spence, talking about, well, Spence fought this fighter, that fighter, this fighter, and that fighter. You're supposed to be there, of course, because you fighting. It take two to tangle, motherfucker. So when we looking at the situation, dog, and Bob trying not to put nobody with a name in our returns, Bud Crawford, right? Nobody with a name that got some substance out of this motherfucker that can bring a fan base that can generate, right? It looked like he's trying to sabotage the man's career. And I don't know how Bud and them don't see that shit. I don't know how they don't see that shit, bro. You feel me? Man, Ronald Finkley, don't sit the fuck down somewhere with that stuff.
How the fuck is you talking about it's Heyman?
Right, man. You sound
Heyman got it. Like, how you sitting there talking about it's Heyman when you heard Bob Arum speak? How the fuck is it Heyman?
Exactly.
You sound like them niggas with the other dudes.
Exactly.
That be talking that bullshit. You gotta have your own brain.
Right, man.
Homie, how is it Al Heyman got anything to do with that man promoter offering him $1 million in telling you out of his own mouth, I'm not paying him a dime over $1 million?
Exactly.
What the fuck are you talking about, Ronald?
Weirdo ass shit, dog. So when Shawn Porter come out of his mouth, Shawn Porter is speaking that real shit. Shawn Porter and them is a businessman, and they willing to sit down and talk business as long as the business right. Right? So now what? What's next for Terence Crawford if you don't get a Keith Thurman or a Shawn Porter or you Dennis Ugas? Who the fuck you gonna fight? That you think you gonna make some money with? That's why you ain't making no goddamn money, Bob. You ain't putting nobody in the goddamn ring with him. You ain't putting no damn body in the ring with him. You know what I mean? And like he said, Bud should be over there saying, man, come on, man. This the fourth big ass fight I could have had that you ain't trying to make happen. You not trying to make happen. And y'all keep talking about, oh, well, Bud trying to wait till his contract up and this and that. Man, listen, Bob Arum, ask yourself this. Why would Bob Arum say he losing money on Terence Crawford, right? And knowing he got big fights with these people and he don't want to put the money up to earn some money back. You think he give a fuck about Terence Crawford leaving from that contract? He told him they can leave already. He told him they can go. He did. He done. He said, I gave him to my stepson, Todd the Buff. Todd can do whatever he want to do with him. He can do whatever he want to do with him. What the fuck does that sound like? You know what I mean? Do whatever you want to do with him. Whether you want to put him in a fight or not, you want to send his ass on, send him on. These are Bob Arum words, man. Not ours, dog. You feel me? So when you come out and you look at the situation, Terence Crawford should have just left that motherfucker. But I know the one fight don't cost that much. You feel me? Buy yourself out your contract, but he ain't gonna do it because he probably feel like it's a waste of money. But at the end of the day, man, when you're looking at these fighters and you talking about they ain't got no belts and all this shit, you ain't even got a belt. I mean, everybody you fought on your resume didn't have a belt besides Jeff Horn. So you have 4 fights with motherfuckers that didn't have belts. And even with Shawn Porter not having a belt, his name is more valid than all them motherfuckers. And that's a fact. Keith Thurman, Manny Garcia names are valid than everybody on your resume, bro, without a fucking belt. Without a belt. Understand what I'm saying? And everybody want to talk about, oh, the PBC don't want to fight Bud. Oh, they all ducking. They doing this, they doing that. But then when you bring up Bob Arum trying to lowball these, man, why they just don't take the money? Why they just don't take the $1 million?
That's what I'm saying, dog. Like,
Keith, knowing Al Heyman,
they advocate for that shit.
Advocate for the shit, Keith. Then they get pissed off at us when we say tell them to accept the 60-40 for Spence. But this is the thing, though, Keith. We know for a fact, bro. Al Heyman is paying them boys making more than $1 million on some weaker shit than Terence Crawford. But y'all want to come out.
He made more than $1 million fighting Formula.
Formula, right? A motherfucker that we didn't even know who the fuck he was.
You know what I'm saying? Fighting baby Formula.
Exactly, bro. We didn't know who the fuck he was. That man came out of nowhere and made 1 point something. But you want to come and say, we're going to give you $1 million. But look at what he made against his half profile fights. Look at what he made against. Don't look at the motherfucker that he just fought, the to stay busy fight, because that's what people trying to bank it off of. Well, look what he got for his last fight, man. That's a goddamn stay busy fight. You think if Porter going to the ring with Errol Spence a second time, with a Danny Garcia or with a Keith Thurman a second time in a rematch, he'll get $1 million fucking dollars? Are you serious?
He never made no million fighting none of them though. He made more than that.
More than the million
himself.
Exactly.
He said it himself. That's what I'm saying. Motherfuckers, like, these fans will hear, right? Hear. They know these dudes over there at PBC is making way more than what they report. But they'll run with that shit.
Man, Ron Fink, just shut the fuck up, please. And M Stack 85. What you mean, why is Ugas and Porter even in a combo at this point? Because they are top fucking welterweights. That's why. Y'all think because people got losses on their record, they're like, oh, they just done with the shit. Come on, man. Y'all need to get off the bullshit, bro. If he can't get an Errol Spence fight, if he can't get a Manny Pacquiao fight, who the fuck is he going to fight with some substance? Just let Porter, Ugas, Danny, and Thurman go, huh? So we let them go, and then you go fight a motherfucker that's named Kabashi Kavuchi or some shit, and then you motherfuckers want, oh shit, look how good Bud look. Oh yeah, because he just whooped another fucking nobody. And you got motherfuckers out talking like, oh, he gonna knock Shawn Porter out. Okay, well, if he go knock him out, give him the fucking money he deserves and go in there and knock him out. And prove you can beat him better than anybody else beat him. You feel me? Go knock him out, beat him better than anybody else beat him, and then that puts you on a different pedestal. You knocked out motherfucking Shawn Porter. Shawn Porter. You feel me? But they ain't trying to make that shit happen for a certain reason, bro. And whatever that reason is, only they fucking know. But at the end of the day, don't come in this motherfucking cap and talking about, oh, Bob trying to make the fight. They need to take this, take that. When these man business put together, these man business is straight, dog. They business is straight. You ain't see these motherfuckers complaining about no Al Heyman. You don't see Al Heyman throwing his fighters under the bus talking about, oh, man, I'm losing money on these motherfuckers and none of that shit. These dudes straight, dog. At the end of the day, so when we look at the situation, man, Bud, look, I ain't gonna say Bud is ducking none of these dudes because I'll never say that Bud, he is an animal. Bud to fight any motherfucker. But at this stage, dog, it's looking like you don't want the fights with these dudes. You are your promoter right now. For whatever reason, whatever the fuck y'all doing, bro, because for y'all to be offering a man $1 million, knowing he worth more than $1 million, it's pure bullshit. But you'll give a motherfucking Kell Brook motherfucking 3. You'll give a motherfucker Americon a 5 and he pick up 2 on the back end. Like, come on, bro. Make that shit make sense, dog. So at the end of the day, man, y'all quit trying to blame these PBC boys. Quit trying to talk about Al Heyman because Al Heyman got his shit together. Al Heyman got PBC moving in the right direction. And how Al Heyman doing what Bob Byrne was doing way back when. You feel me? And what he will be doing if he had top welterweights over there. Mixing and matching them motherfuckers left and right with each other. And not giving a fuck about nobody else promotional company if they got welterweights or not. You feel me? So at the end of the day, I'm not blaming PBC. I'm not blaming no motherfucker Al. If what I have with Bud career go, blame Bud promoter and blame Bud Crawford because they in control of their own shit. And like Thurman said, bro, if you want to fight the big fights, you got to pay the big bucks at the end of the day. Go ahead, Key.
Yeah, man, shit. Like we need to stop making excuses for this shit. You feel me? We need to stop making all these fucking excuses because all these fighters, they got a voice, right? They got a voice. And if some news is out and people talking about some shit that they can easily jump on their fucking Instagram or any of these other social medias like they do when they want to, and they could address this shit. But they don't. They don't, you know. He not doing it. That's it. But let me get through some of these comments, man.
In fact, you need to shut the fuck up too, because you sounding dumb as fuck too,
dude. The Brotherhood says they constantly pretend Spence and Pacquiao are the only good welterweights. Yeah, like you know, it's that shit crazy, man. That shit crazy. Like, what you gonna do now? Spence and Pacquiao, they pretty much off the table next, right? They not pretty much. We know they ain't gonna fight Terence Crawford next. Mm-hmm. So we gotta look at forward. We gotta look at these other guys. What's up? Unless you just go sit out and wait out until your contract is out, but you owe top rank. I think did he say 2 more fights?
Wow.
I think they said 2 more fights. At least 1 more fight. You owe them that. Brian Turner says Bob is the issue, but shouldn't have signed back to Bob. Bud ain't ducking. He says, in my opinion, Bud and Errol both want to fight. Yeah, Bud and Errol both want that fight. I agree, right? And like Money said, I'm not finna sit up here and tell you that Crawford is ducking nobody, right? I'm not finna tell you that he ducking nobody. But what I'm gonna tell you is that maybe, right? Maybe he sees certain fights and he's like, if Bob makes the fight, I'm cool with it. But if he don't, shit, that's a tough ass fight. I'm cool with it if he don't either. Because it's easy, right? Well, I'm not gonna say it's easy. It's cool fighting lesser level competition and looking dominant against all of them, where everybody can say that you're the best in the sport, right? And you can sit back and eat that shit up. But the real ones, we want to see you in the ring with other A-level opponents.
Exactly, bro.
That's it. And we want to see those same skills that you show and the same dominance that you're doing, just like when I was talking about Jaron boost Ennis earlier, right? That dominance and the things that you can do, we want to know if you can do it in the ring, right? When you get in there with A-level competition or, top level, elite level fighters. We want to know if you can do those same things. How you going to look? Let's stop making excuses for all of these fighters. All of them. That's all I'm saying. Is that too much? It's crazy because a lot of y'all motherfuckers, it's like, are you boxing fans or are you the defense team of certain fighters that you like? Are you boxing fans or are you the defense team of certain fighters that you like? What is it? What is it? You know what I'm saying?
Man,
I want to know, Taiwan, if you in the building, if you want to tap in, Taiwan, you more than welcome to tap in. Let me know because you talk to Bud. That's Bud family. You Bud family, so maybe you know, well, you do know a lot more than we do. Right. Do we really want to smoke with Keith Thurman and Shawn Porter? It's not, he will fight him if they make. No, do he really want to fight him? If he don't want to fight him, just say that. Say he ain't interested for whatever reason. He ain't interested. Only fights that he interested in his career, right, is Manny Pacquiao and Errol Spence. If it ain't them, he don't want to fight him. So let it be known if that's the case. And if that's the case, I don't want to see him in the ring with no fucking body else, unless it's Manny Pacquiao or Errol Spence, right? Because if you playing sports, if you in the NBA, the NFL, right, baseball, whatever sport, right, if you sitting out and you doing a holdout, well, you ain't holding out and just playing like, well, I'll play if we play the Lakers and shit, but you know what I'm saying? I'll play if we play the Lakers and the Suns, but the rest of them teams, I'm gonna sit out. It don't go like that.
Right. We play Timberwolves, no damn body. I don't want to play them.
Right. So if you gonna fucking sit out, unless it's Errol Spence or Manny Pacquiao, because that's the only two fights that you want to fight, let it be known. And I don't want to see you in the ring with nobody, right? Period.
I'm saying, Steve. Ronald Finkley, how the fuck is he ducking?
Ronald Finkley in the super chat said Errol Spence is ducking. I'm past the fuckery. Okay, this is what we gonna do right now. Okay, so no, hold on, money. Hold on. This is what we gonna do, Ronald. Right? This is what we gonna do, Ronald. Tomorrow, right? Tomorrow, when we do the show tomorrow, I want Ronald Finkley to come on the panel, right? And we're going to have a debate. That's what we're going to do, right? That's what we're going to do. Tomorrow, I'm inviting you tomorrow, and I want you to tell me that you accept in the chat. If you don't accept, that's you a grown man. I can't make you do nothing, right? Tomorrow, Ronald Finkley, I want you to get on this camera, right? And I want you, tomorrow, I'm inviting you on the show. That's what it is, right? If you don't want to accept it, that's your, that's your preference. But I'm telling you right now, I'm calling you out right now. He says, I'll show up. That's what it is. So everybody, make sure y'all tune in tomorrow, right? Tomorrow I will be at 1:30, right? 1:30 Central Time. 1:30 Central Time. Ronald Finkley, right? We're going to have a debate tomorrow, right? Because Ronald Finkley continues to, come with this bullshit that Errol Spencer's ducking and all of this shit. So tomorrow, we're going to have Ronald Finkley on the show, and I want you to be able to come with that same energy and back everything that you're saying up. That's what it's going to be. So make sure y'all tune in tomorrow, right? Tomorrow, 12:30 Mountain Standard Time. That's 1:30 Central Time, and that's 2:30 on the East Coast. That's what we're gonna do.
So shut his ass up.
I'm giving everybody, you know what I'm saying? I give everybody equal opportunity. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do, Lucia Johnson says we need to keep the heat on these promoters as they decide the fights. She says, how can we get together and push these fights to happen? We're talking amongst each other. Well, what we could do, right? What we could do, but you see, we can't get together and do shit, because when these promoters will tell you one thing out of their own mouth, right? When fighters will tell you something out of their own mouth, you got certain fans that's going to advocate for it, right? So if they give you fucking Terence Crawford versus fucking Liam Williams or some bullshit, right? You got certain fans that's going to argue you down and tell you why that is a fucking good fight. And they'll tell you, oh, well, that's a good fight. Those other guys over there on the PBC don't want to fight him. Them other guys don't want to fight him. And they'll argue you down. So when that fight happens, you got 50% of the people, right? If you got 50% of the people that's like, that's some bullshit, we ain't going to support it. You got the other people that's going to support it. So they're going to feed you bullshit because they know you have a large amount of people that's gonna buy it just because it's some bullshit. Just like this Manny Pacquiao and Ryan Garcia bullshit. You feel me? And shout out to Lucia Johnson with the super sticker. Appreciate you, Queen. So that's why, and I talk about this, Lucia.
Lucia, why you super chat 10? Why you just give him $2?
Yeah, right. Hey, appreciate you, Lucia. And me and Money, I talk about this to Money, right? Off camera, and I've talked about this to you. I said, if we all really got together, it was on the same page, but we not. Just like as black people, right? Everybody not in here black, and I'm not, but I'm just saying, just like black people, right? We can't get a whole bunch of shit done because we can't stick together, right? You got a fucking, you got your black people that's about some real shit, that's ready to, stick together and ready to get on the same page, but you always gonna have your fucking coons, right? And the cats that's gonna go against the grain, right? You always gonna have them and want to go with what Master say, but that's just what it is, man. It's always gonna be like that, right? It's always gonna be like that, right? And if some real shit pop off, they gonna try to run to the other side, and the other side don't want them, and then they gonna be in the middle looking fucking stupid.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Calvin Johnson says salute to the your queen and the super chat. Yes, sir. Yeah, so that's what we gonna do tomorrow. Ronald Finkley, like I said, I'm gonna let you have your voice. And you're gonna have to come on here and prove that shit that you talking about. M Stacks 85 says Spence and Crawford can make a lot of money right now. Tyson and Jones showed that with 50 pay-per-view, $50 pay-per-view, a $50 pay-per-view. Yeah. But see,
like this. M Stack should be 60-40, should Bud accept the 40%, M Stack.
Right.
Continue to say this and that and all that shit.
Right. And one thing, right? One thing about the Spence and Bud fight, right? I don't want to, I mean, for both the Spence and Bud, I know how big that fight is. It wouldn't really make sense for them to make that fight right now with nobody in the stands, right? With no audience. You want Spence and Bud. We want that fight when we could fucking go to the fight, right? So that shit's off the table. I know we keep talking about Spence and Bud, this and that, but reality is no, that fight ain't gonna happen right now. It's not gonna happen unless Spence and Bud could go over to Dubai or somewhere. That shit ain't gonna happen right now until we can get a arena full of fans. It ain't gonna happen right now. So all of that Spence and Bud shit, like that shit kind of irrelevant to me right now. It ain't gonna happen. I like to speak reality, and that's not gonna happen right now. You know, but these other fights can happen. Let me see.
These days crazy as fuck, bro.
Why not Dubai? Bro, when have you seen, like I said, Dubai is a top ranked thing, right? Dubai is a top, and really, Top Rank ain't even fought over there on Dubai. Fucking the only fighter that really the only fight we've seen over there was with Eddie Hearn and them.
Right.
So you talking about Dubai and all that shit? When have you seen a PBC or a Top Rank fighter fight over there in Dubai?
Fuck they want to Dubai for anyway when they got their own country right here.
Yeah. That Errol Spence and Terence Crawford fight is not even relevant right now. They're not going to even fucking push forward to making that fight until it's relevant, until we get fans back, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's just what it is.
Ron Finkley, stop commenting, just beard them more, man.
J.A. Dixon says the fate of boxing doesn't not hinge one fight either. That's some other nonsense people say. Alfonso Moore says tax-free zones. Joe the Beast says that's Eddie Hearn's thing. Exactly. You ain't seen none of these dudes from PBC go over there and fight in Dubai. If at the end of the day, Terence Crawford and Bob Arum, they're not running shit when it comes to Errol Spence. They're not. That's just a fact. So, man, and I want to move on before we move on, get to the next. What else you want to talk about on this?
Yeah, I'm say this, bro. Like you just hit it on the head, King. You just said Bob Arum and Bud Crawford ain't running Errol Spence because we know that shit because they not sending the offer. If y'all talking about it's such a 50-50 fight, then why Bob talking about Bud want to fight so bad, then why isn't he sending the offer? That's a 50-50 offer then. Why they not making the offer to Errol Spence? Why Errol Spence ain't getting an offer from Top Rank side?
But you know what's funny, Money, that you say that, right?
Uh-huh.
Right. The same people that screaming, well, why don't Al Heyman send the offer to Bud Crawford when Bud Crawford is the A side, right? When in that situation, they screaming that shit, right? But ain't none of them talking about why don't Bob Arum send the offer to Errol Spence if they don't want to take the 60-40. Make it make sense. Keep the same energy.
Right. But we can move on. I just want to say, look, man, Bud, we rock with Bud, man. We got nothing but love for Bud, whether you motherfuckers want to believe it or not, because you ain't gonna hear me and Keon talk down on Bud Crawford at all. The business side, we're gonna talk about that shit all day, because we know what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong, period. Like, you motherfuckers got the facts, all the facts in the world, to see that Errol Spence deserved the more portion of the goddamn pie. But y'all sit y'all silly ass up here and say you don't. You know what I mean? Because whatever feelings y'all got towards that man, or y'all trying to act like y'all just so much ride with Terence Bud Crawford to the point where you motherfuckers can't even say he need to accept the 40%. That's how I know y'all be on bullshit. For you motherfuckers to sit up here, it's so hard for y'all to say Bud accept the 40%. I know you motherfuckers be on bullshit and y'all coming with biased talk, bro. But at the end of the day, Errol Spence ain't the only fucking welterweight at the 147-pound division that can make money for Bud and that can give Bud notoriety, you know what I mean, at the division. Just like Earl got his notoriety fighting certain fighters, Terence Bud Crawford can get his notoriety fighting them same damn fighters as well, and see if he can look better than how Errol Spence beat him, or go on there and just make your own legacy off them motherfuckers. So for you motherfuckers that sitting up here talking about why shouldn't he fight this fighter, why should he fight that fighter, they ain't got no belts, why are we talking about them? Because they're top fucking fighters in the sport, they professionals, and them motherfuckers can fight their ass off and they still at their peak. Period, man. That's what you make your fucking legacy off of, fighting the top fighters at the goddamn division. You heard Buzz out his own mouth. I haven't had that big marquee fight yet where I can say I had my Leonard and Hagler or my Duran and Leonard type of fight, dog. You heard what he said. But the fights are there for him. So go out there and tell your fucking promoter for the last fight, we assuming, to make one of them motherfucking fights happen and give you some recognition going into the fucking negotiation with Errol Spence, if y'all get into the negotiations. But go ahead, Keith.
Yeah, straight up, you know. Shit crazy, man. And I got a question for y'all, right? Y'all just answer this one simple question. What happens if Manny Pacquiao and Errol Spence retire tomorrow? Right? What are you gonna do then? Because I mean, y'all seem to think that Errol Spence and Manny Pacquiao are the only ones that's worthy of fighting Bud Crawford. So what happened if they both retired? If it wasn't tomorrow they both decide to retire? I mean, because to y'all, they the only fighters at 147 for Bud Crawford. Shit crazy, man. Let me see. Alfonso Moore says Bud be on some bullshit sometimes. He not seeing the bigger picture. It seems like he don't want to sacrifice a couple of dollars now to make it and make it on the back end. Shit crazy, man. Lucia Porter says Porter has lost against big names, but he gives them tough fights. Yeah, we just want to see it.
Facts. Close fights, Lucia.
All close fights. Like I said, if he could fight Shawn Porter, right, and beat Shawn Porter easily, because nobody's never done that. He could beat Shawn Porter easily.
Knock him out like all they.
He could beat Shawn Porter easily, right, by decision or stop him. Nobody's never done that. Then he could really separate himself from the rest of the pack, Errol Spence included. He could separate himself, right? He could separate himself on paper at least, to where could nobody say nothing. I mean, you got people that's always gonna say some shit, but really, we know. G Garcia says this is why I tune in to ETB and Money, because they will roast your ass if you think Spence ain't at the top of 147. Get him. And to me, man, it's just about it's just about the best fighting the best. Period.
It ain't just about Spence.
It's not about just Spence. It's just about the best fighting the best.
All right. But Keith, let me say this, because dude talking about money, you think it's about one. How the fuck we thinking it's about one fighter and we talking about multiple fighters? Y'all the ones get caught up in us talking about Spence and Bud because we spit the facts on that shit and y'all don't like to hear that shit. But man, we talking about more fights than motherfucking Errol Spence. That's on y'all. That's the only thing y'all want to pay attention to and listen to and y'all want to expound upon, but I already know what me and Kiki doing, dog. That
It's
shit
crazy. I don't even know when the last time we didn't talk about Errol Spencer, Bud Crawford on here.
Right.
We ain't been talking about that shit. We've been talking about pure boxing, but y'all only want to, you know what I'm saying? Y'all only want to listen to and hear what you want to listen to. That ain't our fault.
My energy ain't changed on Spencer, but it's the same shit, the motherfucking business. Nothing about the fight, nothing about the skill level, no disrespect to Bud or what he accomplished or none of that shit. Strictly business.
But yeah, so man, let's get into this Ryan Garcia bullshit, dog. Get into this Ryan Garcia and Manny Pacquiao shit, dog. So I'm hearing it's official that, well, the fight ain't official, right? The fight's not official because, like I said, don't believe shit from no kid's mouth, and don't believe shit until you hear from Manny Pacquiao, right? But they saying, right, that it's been confirmed that it's going to be an exhibition bout, right? An exhibition bout. And we talked about this yesterday a little bit, but I didn't really want to dig into it, you know, too much until I really seen some, you know, reports. And I didn't read a couple credible articles, you know, that's saying, yeah, this shit finna be an exhibition bout, right? This is a fucking making a mockery of boxing. First of all, it's making Manny Pacquiao look like a bitch. And it's making Ryan Garcia look like a big bitch. And why it's making Ryan Garcia look like a big bitch is because, right, Manny Pacquiao, we already know that Manny Pacquiao will whoop the shit out of Ryan Garcia, that Manny Pacquiao will, you know, like he'll fight Ryan Garcia any fucking day and beat the shit out of him. He ain't scared of no Ryan Garcia, right? But why are you basically throwing Ryan Garcia a lob, right? You throwing him a fucking assist, right? Ryan Garcia is making you look like a big bitch because I know it had to be you and your people that you want to make it an exhibition bout because you don't want no L on your record, right? If you about what you say you about and you want to prove to everybody that you the real deal, fight that fucking man in a real fight. Nobody wants to see two world-class fighters that's active. One of them is a champion in a fucking exhibition bout. What type of shit is that? That's like when Mikey Garcia and Errol Spence fought. That's like Mikey Garcia saying, yeah, I'm going up to fight Errol Spence, but we gonna fight in an exhibition bout. Is that okay? Like, I never seen no shit like this in boxing. I've never seen two world-class fighters active, right? One of them holding the title, fighting in an exhibition bout. Like, I've never seen or heard of no shit like this before, ever. This shit is a fucking joke. And anybody that buy this shit and watches this shit and buy and pay for it, right, that call themselves a real fan, need their ass beat. Straight up. This is what Lucia was talking about earlier. Why can't we all come together, right, and make some shit happen? This is a perfect example that if you call yourself a boxing fan, right, that you need to come together. We all need to come together and make some shit happen. Make sure that anybody that call themselves a boxing fan don't support this bullshit. How? If you want to have a fucking exhibition bout, exhibition yourself in the fucking gym and spar each other. Go and spar each other. Do that. Don't fucking try to sell no shit to the people, right? And say it's an exhibition bout, but it don't go on neither one of y'all records. We cool. The fuck is going on? Like it just don't make no sense. It's like boxing is rapidly turning into a fucking joke. This shit is turning into a joke. In 2017, man, we had a lot to look up to. Boxing was like we finally are getting these big fights. Boxing is finally making noise, and it's only up from here, right? That's how I felt. I know a lot of people felt the same thing in 2017. We had some big fights, right? We had Sergey Kovalev, Andre Ward. We had Anthony Joshua versus Klitschko. We had Errol Spence versus Kell Brook. It was just go on and on. We had big fights. In 2017, I felt like was a breakthrough year. It was like, okay, we up. Boxing is only going to go up from this point. And now it looked like it's fucking going down, and it's going down in the dirt because of bullshit like this. And a lot of people are advocating for bullshit like this. Like, this is a fucking joke. If this sticks, but like I said, ain't nothing official until you hear from Manny Pacquiao mouth. But if this sticks and it turns out to be this is what it is, this is a fucking joke, right? Go ahead, Money. Well, let me get through a couple of these comments, and then I'm gonna let you go ahead and take the wheel. Let me see. Exhibition is for amateurs, and retired fighters. Exactly. Joe the Beast, once again, say that shit again, man. He say exhibition is for amateurs and retired fighters. Like I said, I've never seen two active world-class fighters, one holding the title, talking about they finna fight each other in a fucking exhibition. Alfonso Morris says Garcia be capping so hard the fight ain't gonna happen. And like I said again, we can't believe that this shit even going down, because these motherfucking kids come out here and be lying all the time. SWAT TX says, sad bro, you're right. And fans, as fans, we should not support that. Straight up. The Brotherhood says mostly biased Latino fans defending that garbage, not real fans. Whole bunch of bullshit going on. Go ahead, Money. What you think about this shit, man?
Man, pure bullshit, for us. But what you said yesterday, kid, you said that shit before the articles even came out. You cannot listen to no goddamn kid and Ryan Garcia, because all they do is run around and spread lies all goddamn day. And I'm banking on it that's a fucking lie, because my man said the Philippines came out and they said that Manny Pacquiao said that shit is not true. He is not fighting Ryan Garcia, or he ain't heard shit like that. So I gotta look more into it, because he said it last night. But it just shows, man, Ryan Garcia doing a lot of fucking clout chasing right now. Not like I said. When he said he wanted to fight Tank, I'm like, nah, he ain't clout chasing. No, he got a big ass fan base. You know, he doing this, he doing that. Now, like, dude, if you ain't getting in the ring with fucking Manny Pacquiao, dog, you just trying to save face for not fighting Gervonta Davis, trying to spring it on Manny Pacquiao, trying to tell people that you're having a fight with Manny Pacquiao. And this exhibition shit is just pure ass garbage. Don't know why the fuck y'all trying to bring it in the sport with two active professional fucking fighters. One is a fucking world champion, an 8 division world champion. You know what I mean? And the current world champion at the welterweight division. One is the fucking mandatory to a world champion. Two different fucking lanes. You got one kid just getting a fight in that barely got him some recognition. You know what I mean? Beating Luke Campbell got you some recognition. Then you got this other motherfucker over here that got super fights on his hand that he's holding up, because I don't know what the fuck he talking about. But at the end of the day, man, Ryan Garcia, your ass need to be at 135, still getting your feet wet down there, because you still got so much shit to work on, right? But Manny Pacquiao steady trying to follow this Floyd Mayweather blueprint. No, Floyd do exhibitions and fighting Conor McGregor and shit of that nature. You trying to follow that blueprint, but you don't like Floyd, and Floyd just so much of a fucking, omen to the sport. But you trying to do every fucking thing that he's doing, copying his style, and you can just make your own fucking lane, man. Make your own goddamn lane. You got fighters that right there at 147, or you can make a big fucking payday with Errol Spence, Terence Crawford, or a motherfucking Keith Thurman rematch, whomever at 147, dog. What the fuck is you dealing with this little kid, folks, who just trying to motherfucking put his name out there? Y'all keep talking about the Instagram followers. That 8.4 fucking Instagram followers got a lot of fucking teenage damn girls.
I'm gonna say it like this real quick, Money. That 8.4 million, right? That 8.4 million Instagram followers that he got, right? Motherfucking 8 million of them motherfuckers ain't following him for boxing.
Yeah, exactly.
Out of that 8.4 million, 8 million of them ain't following him for boxing. And I'm gonna tell you why. He got 8.4 million Instagram followers, right? Right. Only about 400,000 of them motherfuckers is following him because of boxing. And I'm gonna tell you why. Look at how many followers Errol Spence got, right? Look at how many followers all these other fighters got, right? That's big names, that's done big pay-per-views, right?
Yeah.
And when they fight, a lot more people watching them than they are watching fucking Ryan Garcia fight. And that's a fact, right? So that proves to you right there that Instagram shit, for 8 million of them motherfucking followers he got ain't following him for boxing, right? Straight up. And it's up to him to promote some shit himself to get them to pay for a pay-per-view if he own it. But that is yet to be seen. And shout out to my man Batman off in the building.
Bet. No, the fuck I won't be advocating for that bullshit. The Tank time out. Oh, we about to go fight. We about to go fight Manny Pacquiao in an exhibition fight. Man, ain't no way in hell I'm going for that shit, bro. Ain't no way in hell. Now look, I'm blaming Manny Pacquiao, right? And I said if this fight was to happen, whoever Manny Pacquiao call, I won't be mad at. But at this stage, man, if you talking about we can't be mad at this shit, you better be mad at this shit. You better be mad. You feel me? Because even with him fighting Ryan Garcia, I still don't see it making more business sense to him fighting one of them welterweights in Dallas Cowboys Stadium. I don't think Pacquiao, in my opinion, I don't think Pacquiao and Ryan Garcia make more money than Errol Spence and Pacquiao. That's just me, bro. In a fucking pay-per-view bout for 3 world titles in a Cowboy Stadium. Manny Pacquiao hold numbers in that bitch. Errol Spence hold numbers in that bitch. Just my opinion, bro. But my thing is, you dealing with this fucking kid talking about an exhibition fight, bro. What the fuck is that proving? What is that gonna do? What, you want to bring out a lot of fucking kids? That's what you want to do? You feel me? Because like I say, 8.4, a lot of them motherfuckers ain't pressing that red button to order pay-per-view. You feel me? They not, bro. So just as, like I say, I never seen this shit coming from man, I so fucking far back. Like I said, I'd have lost every motherfucking house on this shit. Y'all have said, hey, Monty, man, I bet you $20 million that motherfucking Pacquiao and Ryan Garcia go fight. And you can give me the $20 million, and I'm going to bet your ass. Because ain't nobody going to believe this bullshit, bro. Not in a million fucking years, bro. So when I look at this type of shit, and I said I ain't the one that I ain't never shitted on no boxing match. I ain't never told a motherfucker don't go get their money. I ain't never try to, look at boxing and down shit. But this shit right here, dog, this some straight bullshit. Pure bullshit, bro. Pure. So now I said this. If you want to do that, let them take that title from his ass and he can go do whatever he want to do. Go ahead. You want to go have an exhibition with the kid? Go have an exhibition with the kid. But drop the title. Let them elevate Ugas and let Ugas go do his thing with either Bud or with Spence. You feel me? Go ahead. You want to pull a fucking Floyd Mayweather move? Just retire from boxing and pull a Floyd Mayweather move. I'm quite sure if Manny Pacquiao retire right now, if you say, I want to go do an exhibition with this person or I want to do an exhibition with that person, you can go do that. Nobody not going to say shit. Ain't nobody going to say shit. And that shit go sell. You going to make X amount of money. But when Floyd do that shit, what he picking up? $10 million, like you say. I ain't mad at 8 figures. I pick up $10 million here, for however long he go on that motherfucker. You feel me? So if
Floyd retired, though.
Yeah, retired.
These motherfuckers is active.
I'm just saying what he picking up, Key, when he gonna do the shit.
Yeah.
You feel me? So if you thinking he gonna make more than Floyd Mayweather during the exhibition, I don't think so. I really don't think so, bro. So Manny need to get off the bullshit. And like I said, I ain't gonna even blame Manny because we haven't heard him say shit yet. Like he said, Manny ain't said shit. Oscar De La Hoya ain't said shit. The only one talking is that lying, little capping ass motherfucking Ryan Garcia right now. He the only motherfucker that's talking. And I like Ryan Garcia. But his ass is a little capping ass kid right now. And he lying about some shit. You feel me? He just making up shit right now. Until I see it's signed, sealed, and delivered, he making up shit to me, bro. He capping like a motherfucker. You feel me? So we'll see how that shit play out, dog. But it's just pure bullshit, man. This shit ain't good for boxing. It ain't good for boxing. You know what I'm saying? Now, if y'all want to fight, go ahead and fight, motherfucker. Don't get talking about no exhibitions and shit like that. Get y'all ass in the ring. Go 12 fucking rounds. Ryan, you think you ready for Manny Pacquiao who go ice your motherfucking ass and derail your whole motherfucking career? which we know Oscar as really don't want that to happen. You feel me? You'll let him go in there and get his ass beat by Manny Pacquiao, but you won't put him in on with Tank. So we'll see, dog. But it's pure bullshit. I'm not buying into this shit, bro. It's an exhibition or whatever the fuck they're trying to say it is. Manny Pacquiao, your ass is active, a world champion. Fight one of them damn champions. Ryan Garcia, your ass is a mandatory, and you got big fights at 135. Your ass need to handle that business. And that's what I got to say about that shit, kid.
Yeah, man. Real talk, real talk, man. Real talk. If I got you, Batman. I got you. But real talk, if Ryan Garcia, right, step in the ring, and this shit is true, like I said, I don't believe that shit, dog. I don't believe none of this shit until I hear Pacquiao come out and say it. But if this shit go down, and Ryan Garcia do step in the ring and fight him, I don't give a fuck. He gonna have to do a whole bunch for me to ever respect him again. Straight up. He gonna be a straight hoe to me because he gonna have to do a whole bunch because I'll give Ryan Garcia his respect if he step in the ring in a real fight against Manny Pacquiao. But nah, dog, you ain't finna sit up here and talk about you a world-class fighter and you an active fighter, but you fighting in exhibition bouts. Nah, we not doing that. You feel what I'm saying? Right. Unless you fighting a UFC fighter or something, you ain't finna get no fucking credit fighting no fucking exhibition bout. Not for me.
What's the rules, King? What's the rules in y'all exhibition fight? Oh, no knockouts. Oh, you can't throw this many punches. Oh, when you're going 2 minutes looking at it.
At the end of the day, it ain't gonna be on your fucking record.
Right, man.
You going that far to protect your record? This man, and second of all, this man is 2 times your age. You gonna let somebody else 2 times your age beat your motherfucking ass and scare you like that? We not doing that. We not finna do that. Fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, but these kids, they out here lying, right? They always telling lies. That's all they do. So Ryan Garcia, Teofimo, right? They fucking kids. I ain't gonna believe none of this shit until I see it signed, sealed, and delivered, or until I see Pacquiao come out, right? But right now we just talking if it is true. I don't believe it though. And that guy, salute. Joe the Beast in the building, salute. What's good with it, Batman? What's happening with it?
Man, what's up, Money? What's up, Keith?
Bet, what's going on, big brother?
Man, ain't shit, man. Cooling, man. You know, stressing a little bit, but I'm cooling, though.
Yeah, and once again, man, my condolences to you, man. It's like it's fucking one thing after another this past year, dog. It's shit crazy, man.
Something else happened, bro? What the fuck happened?
Man, my little nephew got killed yesterday morning.
Man, my condolences, man. God damn, dog. I just lost I got a film to go to, bro. But
yeah, man, I've been dealing with a lot of death on my side. I just ain't really been talking about it. Money been dealing with a lot of deaths, man. It's been crazy, man. That shit really been crazy. It's like, damn, dog.
Yeah, man, Shorty went into nothing. He in college and everything. He just home because of the COVID. And
God
actually, man, it's one of the movie joints. Whereas though he going in the store and nigga come run down on another nigga and accidentally hit him up. That shit crazy, man.
That shit heartbreaking, dog.
That's bullshit, dog.
That shit is fucking heartbreaking, dog.
Bullshit, yeah, I don't want to keep talking about the joint, man, but let's get to these stuff ass niggas, man. Y'all keep talking about Ryan, but y'all, what about Tank bitch ass? Tank want to fight Ryan, so why would he want to fight Ryan and not fight fucking Lopez? I mean, you know what I'm saying?
I didn't got on him, but I didn't got on. I talked about that, but I'm gonna let y'all. Well, hold on. So this is what I'm gonna do, right? This is what I'm gonna do because I didn't win hard on all of that. Me and Money did. You didn't see it. You seen it.
I seen it, but so y'all can't be mad at Ryan.
No, we can. I can be mad at Ryan because I keep the same energy towards Tank or any other of these motherfuckers, right? So I can because I keep that same energy. But I'm gonna let you and Money. I'm gonna let you and Money talk about this because I've been talking. I didn't kept the same energy. You did?
Like Money say, it's a business. Who he gonna make more money with, Pacquiao or Tank? I mean, that's what y'all keep saying. That's what Money told me about taking my brother. So who he gonna make more money with?
For us, who you talking about? That?
As far as Pacquiao and Tank, who you think Ryan Garcia gonna make more money fighting? I don't care if it's an exhibition. Who he gonna make more money with?
If he fight an exhibition against Manny Pacquiao, he's not gonna make more money against Pacquiao. I mean, fighting Pacquiao than Tank, bro.
Hey, y'all say Pacquiao got the whole country behind him.
He do got a whole country, but we talking about an exhibition. That we talking about what he finna do in the exhibition about?
Man, they gonna put that shit on pay-per-view, man. They might put it on pay-per-view because motherfuckers will buy it. Don't act like a motherfucker. You won't buy it, but you won't buy it, but the consumer will buy it.
Listen,
what you talking about?
I'm gonna say this, man. Listen, that 8.4 million pay-per-view motherfuckers he got. I don't see them. I don't see all them people pressing buttons for no fucking Ryan Garcia, Manny Pacquiao, bro, or exhibition bout, right? If for us him fighting Gervonta Davis on pay-per-view, if he fight Gervonta Davis on pay-per-view, bro, I think he make more money with Tank than fighting Manny Pacquiao in the exhibition fight. Now, if he fight Manny Pacquiao,
I think he make more money with fighting Pacquiao.
If he fight Manny Pacquiao in the fight on pay-per-view, then yes, he'll make more money with Pacquiao. He'll make more money with Pacquiao in a fight on pay-per-view, but an exhibition.
Ronan just came off of fucking three losses in a fucking draw and got a Manny Pacquiao fight and they made it and they had a lot of views. So you telling me
in a fight that
I'm just saying, I'm talking about the consumer. I ain't talking about you hardcore fans. Hardcore fans, the consumer overweighs the hardcore fans. I mean, it's proven. Because when they give y'all all shitty fights, y'all still look at the shit.
I'm gonna tell you like this. They can go try to sell Manny Pacquiao and Ryan Garcia in the exhibition.
And it's gonna sell.
And what they gonna
sell?
Because
like I said, they just sold y'all Leo Santa Cruz and Tank Davis, and everybody knew who was gonna win.
In a fight, bro.
It was a 75% chance who was gonna win. They not gonna wear headgear.
In a fight. Not an exhibition. Listen, if he go fight Tank, I mean, if he fight Ryan Garcia in a fight, if they say, okay, we fighting a real fight, a 12-round fight, and if they fight on pay-per-view, I will give you that. He'll make more money fighting Manny Pacquiao. But if he go fight Manny Pacquiao in an exhibition fight, he's not going to make more money than fighting Tank in a fight. You feel me? That's my opinion, bro. Because when they look at that shit, people gonna look at that shit and say, "Oh, what the fuck is this?" Because everybody want to see him fight.
No, just say you hardcore fans. Listen, hardcore fans gonna look at that shit and say,
let me say this.
Go ahead.
They can say they go buy all that shit. Now, Key hit a valid point when he said if they was fight and you promote that shit right to the masses, they can do numbers, and I will agree with that. But when you talking about Ryan Garcia, Manny Pacquiao, exhibition fight, come on out, check this out. They're going to go in there. It's not going to be a real fight. It's just an exhibition. We're going to sell this to you guys, $49.99. People going to look at that shit and say, what the fuck? No. And even the consumers, they're like, wait a minute, man, this shit ain't no real goddamn fight. What is they doing? You know what I mean? Some people don't know better. Some people will press that button. A lot of people might press it.
It got a name to it. The biggest name is Manny Pacquiao. It got a name to it.
Yeah, not more than. But Ryan Garcia, like we thinking Ryan Garcia is bigger than what he really is, bro. For us, saying
man, he's big enough. He a YouTube star too. He a YouTube star too. That's why YouTube stars do better than boxers right now. So what is you talking about?
Them YouTube stars, bro.
They do better than boxers. You got two YouTube stars in front of two champions. And that was in front of a champion. I mean,
but see, okay, let me ask you something, right? Batman, because you got to keep the same energy too, Batman, because check this out. If this was Tank, But let me finish real quick. If this was Tank, because you on here talking about
I'm doing reverse. I'm doing reverse psychology here. I'm doing reverse psychology because when it's Tank, certain dudes don't do the same thing. What are you talking about?
But let's make this clear.
Go ahead.
Let's make this clear. Hold up, Batman. Let's make this clear. You ain't talking to me though, right?
Nah, I'm not talking to you. I know.
Okay, so that's all I want to know because let everybody know he ain't addressing me. Before I let you keep going, let me salute to my man Kwame, Lord to the Game Boxing Talk. Make sure that y'all go subscribe to the new group. Let them know where to find you at, Kwame. And then I'm gonna let my man continue to keep cooking.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, salute to the panel. Keon, Monty, and Batman. You guys can find me at Love to the Game Boxing and Sports 2 on Facebook and Love to the Game Boxing on YouTube.
Put that in the chat. Type that in the chat so they'll know. You know. All right. Go ahead. Go ahead, Batman.
Man, what's up? Man. What's up, Kwame?
Hey, what's going on, Batman?
Man, shit cool. I'm just on my man Money ass. I'm on my man Money ass because the last time we had a business conversation about this shit, he was like, "This is a business. This is a business." Okay, then this is a business, and it's proven that Ryan Garcia is a bigger star than Tank Davis.
I don't know if he's a bigger star than Tank Davis. I don't think so.
He is, because who chasing? Who chasing who?
I don't think so. Who? They were chasing each other.
All right, who's chasing who? No.
They were chasing each other.
No, they not. Because at the end of the day, Tank said he'll be the B-side for him.
He just saying that because he want to knock his ass out. But they were chasing each other. Ryan Garcia was chasing Tank more than Tank was chasing Ryan Garcia. That's a fact.
No. Before Ryan Garcia, listen. Before Ryan Garcia started talking this shit about Tank Davis, motherfucking they was doing it to each other. They was handling each other.
Ryan Garcia started that shit.
Yeah, Ryan started that shit.
Right. He started it. But what Tank say in the interview when he was about to fight Leo, his next fight is Ryan Garcia. That's exactly what he said in his interview.
I thought that was gonna happen.
All right, but now who is the bigger star? I
don't think Ryan Garcia is a bigger star than Tank. Ryan Garcia haven't even been on pay-per-view yet to see how much the star power will go show for him, bro.
Yeah,
But I'm looking at it like this. If I'm the star, I can go fight whoever. I can go fight Teofimo Lopez, and it'll be a bigger fight than Ryan Garcia or whoever. I can go fight Devin Haney.
No, listen. That's the difference, man. Ryan Garcia is a bigger star than Teofimo and Devin Haney. Not Tank. Tank is bigger than all them little niggas. So now look.
All right, cool. But if I'm the star,
wait a minute. When you put Tank and Ryan together in the same division, bro, it make a lot of fucking sense. That's why they was trying to make that fight happen, and that's why Bob Arum say he was waiting. Bob Arum himself said he don't want Devin Haney. He want to try to get Tank and Ryan because they was the biggest stars. Now, when you look at that situation, when you look at that situation, I said that was business. Now, when you look at Manny Pacquiao, and Ryan Garcia in a fight, if they was gonna fight at 140, they was gonna meet up at 140. I think Ryan Garcia would make more money with Manny Pacquiao than fighting Tank in a fight, not a fucking exhibition, bro. An exhibition ain't gonna make more than Ryan and Tank in a fight, bro.
Let me make this. If I am a star, I can fight Floyd Mayweather showed you.
You say what?
Come see me. Floyd Mayweather showed you. But with a bigger name, we're going to make bigger numbers. But if I go fight anybody, I'm still going to make top numbers. I'm the star.
If Tank go fight anybody, he's going to make top numbers.
Long as it's a valuable opponent, I'm going to get top numbers. So, all right.
Tank has proven that.
All right. Hey, he haven't. He only had one fucking pay-per-view fight. He hasn't proven it.
Wherever he fought it, he sold out.
All right, cool. But now, so why ain't gonna go get the belts?
Why you want to do what now?
I won't go after the supposed to be who just beat the man. My number's gonna be bigger than when I just fought Leo Santa Cruz.
That's a question you got to ask Mayweather. But I'm gonna say this: if he was to fight if he was to fight T.O., right, his numbers will be bigger. Tank numbers still gonna be big, but even with a Teofimo fight, you gotta sit down and do business with Bob Arum, who not trying to do shit. You got Teofimo talking about he's the A side, right? Wait a minute.
Now I'm gonna go to Devin there.
Wait a minute. You got Teofimo saying I'm the A side over here, right? You talking about you the A side, but your ass even been on pay-per-view to do shit. But if you the A side, what is Bob Arum going to offer Tank? What Bob Arum shit, right? So Bob Arum have to offer shit. So he
let everybody bicker about this situation. Why he ain't come out and Ryan already decided he's not going the Tank route. Tank still chasing him if he's the star.
Tank said he on to the next one though. He already said that. He said he don't want to. He said that Ryan don't want to fight him.
Now who is about to fight?
Well, who knows? I mean, that's up to Mayweather because hold
on. Let me say something real quick, right? All right, let me say something real quick because I talked to this. I talked to Money about this, right? I said I don't believe that Tank Davis and Garcia is gonna fight. I had been said that. Am I lying, Money? Money.
I heard you say it.
I had been said I ain't believe they're gonna fight next. So when I said that, I made the question. I said, now if me and Money we talked about this, right? And we was both in agreement. I said, if Tank Davis don't fight another good name, if he come in try to fight some Abner Mares or some bullshit, I said we got to get on his fucking helmet, right? Now it's up to who Tank Davis is go. So I'm already saying that Ryan Garcia a big bitch. If there's some truth, if this
he can only fight 3 fighters. He can only fight 3 fighters right now. He can only fight 3 fighters right now.
Tank Davis don't fight a heavy hitter next, I'm on his motherfucking helmet, just like I do the rest of these motherfuckers.
He ain't though.
But listen, he can only fight 3 fighters right now, and I'm gonna name all 3 of them: Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney, or Fortuna. Because Ryan out the mix.
Yeah, he'll fight Fortuna before he fight the other 2.
That's straight. I'm cool with it, Fortuna, but I'm gonna ask everybody, right? If he come and fight some fucking bullshit, Kwame, are you gonna support it?
No, I ain't gonna buy it. No,
man, y'all ain't gonna buy it. Y'all definitely gonna look at it.
Money Brown, are you gonna support that shit, or are you gonna get on his helmet about it?
I'm gonna get on his helmet about it, but I'm still gonna support him.
So wait, hold on. That's the problem. Just because you like a fighter, you can't support if they give you fucking bullshit and tell you it's a Snickers bar.
I can support what I want to support, and I can still get on his ass.
But that's the problem. But see, that's the problem. What we was talking about earlier. That's the problem in boxing. The fans is part of the problem.
It ain't the problem if I say I'm gonna support the man and still. If he coming out with a bullshit ass fight, I'm like it's a bullshit ass fight, but it's not gonna stop them from going forward with the fucking fight. So what I'm not supposed, I'm not supposed to
watch it. You're not supposed to watch it. People I'm
still finna fuck with it because it's a fight. I'm still finna fuck with it because it's a fight. That don't mean I'm happy about it.
Listen. And you one of the problems, Money. People posting that the ratings go down.
No, I'm not one of the problems because I watch all the fights. No matter if it's Tank, no matter if it's Teofimo, no matter who the fuck it is, I'm gonna watch it, bro, because it's boxing, bro. But shit, that's some bullshit.
All right, so quick question for you, Batman.
I get pissed off because I'm supporting this shit, and I'm just saying I'm gonna get on his ass at the same time.
So you said that the fight, the exhibition between Manny Pacquiao and Ryan Garcia is going to sell a lot, but that's even a more bullshit fight than whoever Tank is going to fight next, because
I know this. I was just playing on money.
Okay, because I was like, that's even a more like I don't even understand how they could.
But check this out. If I'm keeping the same energy about that,
right,
I'm gonna keep the same energy about Tank or anybody else, because we can't compare what's the most bullshit. It's all some fucking bullshit.
Right.
But
right?
listen, I was just playing off money off our last conversation when he was talking about it's the business. And the fighter and the promoter, the manager is going to do the right thing for the business, not the fans or the legacy of the fighter.
Right.
All right. So you came in. You said money. Who do we make more money with, Manny Pacquiao, or do we make more money with Tank? So when I asked your question, I said he make more money with Manny Pacquiao in a fight. That's a fact. Everybody knows that. But in an exhibition, he's not going to make more money in an exhibition than fight Tank in a real fight, because it ain't a fucking real fight.
But he might. They might though, because look, I mean, listen. Tyson Jones was an exhibition.
Tyson and Jones are two fucking Hall of Famer, great fucking names that did great for the
right. But when I guess, but when you switch it to
Ryan Garcia is not known more than Roy Jones and Mike
I understand that, but when you hold on one second, Batman. But when you switch it from a fight to an exhibition, it's like the word exhibition takes the hardcore fan out of it and brings the casual into it, and that's who be paying for that type of shit. You know, it's like, and it's all in how it's going to be marketed. Because look, at the end of the day, it's like the intrigue. Most people thought, look, Roy Jones was going to probably get knocked out by Mike Tyson, which that didn't happen. But it was an exhibition, and everyone tuned in. Even though these guys are legends, it's just all of those people who bought the fight. It was the hardcore fight fans were saying, "I'm not buying that shit." But look how well it performed because it was an exhibition. So what they'll probably will do, because the word exhibition, what they'll probably do again is go get Thriller and go put another YouTuber on there, you know, and call it exhibition. It's going to sell. But I don't like that. I have an issue with this on a deeper level. With number one, I feel like Oscar De La Hoya pimping this kid out, because he lost Canelo Alvarez, and now it's like he's trying to force some type of new cash cow. And the fact that this kid don't even have a world title at his weight class, and he's going to fight someone who's a legend. You know, I don't blame Ryan Garcia in there, because I look at him, quote unquote, like a kid kind of. So he's just gonna kind of go along with whatever. I blame Oscar and I blame Manny, because I feel like Manny should know better than doing some shit like that, especially being inactive for 2 years and being a world champion. And then, you know, it's like everyone gets upset when you call Manny out on bullshit. Like, I don't care what you say about Manny Pacquiao. Yeah, he an 8th division world champion. Yeah, he had legendary fights. His legacy already made. But he a clout chaser, because he do this shit all the time. He'll bring up Bud name, he'll bring up Spence name, he'll bring up these people name, and then nothing happened, and then his name is brought up in this. I'm like, look, people wanted to diss Floyd all the time about his money situations and taxes and the IRS. They was always coming down on his head about that. Manny Pacquiao it's evident he don't want to box no more. He don't want to really be in a fight game no more. His heart ain't in the fight game. But when you can't pay your taxes and someone bring you back over here, and then you make these fights, he gave you a cupcake fight with Adrian Broner. Everyone know Adrian Broner's not going to throw punches. So we knew Adrian Broner was going to lose that fight. The Keith Thurman fight, I can't knock Manny Pacquiao. He did what he did, but he liked to jump on wounded dogs. I just being honest, like Keith Thurman, look, I was at the fight with him and Josecito Lopez. Now, if Keith Thurman didn't take that 22-month layoff, I don't think he would have ever gotten a ring with Keith Thurman, to be honest. Then when he go to Cowboy Stadium, he said he wanted to fight the winner, Spence Garcia, and then he put out an Instagram poll a week later saying, who y'all want me to fight? At least Spence offered there. So I really got an issue with Manny Pacquiao.
Because he thought Mikey Garcia was going to
win. Right. But that's my thing. It's like, well, if you thought Mikey Garcia is gonna win, then don't fucking show up to the fight, because you will have to get in the ring. You feel me?
Hold on. Let me address something. And first off, salute to my man, World Combat Sports. Salute to Scotty. And make sure y'all go subscribe to my man Scotty White over there at World Combat Sports. Let me address something real quick. Sylvester 2011 says he doing exactly what Mayweather Jr. did at the end of his career, but no one is critical of him.
That's a lie.
First of all, wait, hold on. First of all, when did Floyd Mayweather have an exhibition bout with a guy that was 2 weight classes below him at the end of his career? I want to know.
When did he do it? When he was a world champion or an active boxer before he retired?
Yeah, but when did he do it as an active fighter, period? Because if you're saying that he did the same thing, but nobody criticized him, I want to know where I was at.
Right.
Because I must have been in some type of fucking deep coma.
Man, the only bullshit fight Mayweather gave out as an active fighter is his last fight, man.
Right, Berto.
Yeah, but that's the only fight that you could say. But I mean, he let y'all know he was done by then.
Right.
Roberto was active fighter, ex-champion.
And really what he did is he fucking gave a lob to another black man. He gave him a assist. He gave him a payday.
Exactly.
So I want to know, was I in a deep coma? Because I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Floyd was retired. Floyd put his retired papers. He was retired when he fought McGregor. He was retired when he did the little exhibition in China. So it's not the same thing. But look here, man. Manny Pacquiao is still 40-something years old. So I give him a pass. I don't give a fuck. He's 40-something years old. Fighting, wooing the animals. Cool. He's a legend. He gave y'all good fights.
And that show you that Manny Pacquiao can't just walk away from the sport of boxing. He's there because he have to be. He's there because he have to be, and he looking for the easiest possible paydays at the end of his career before he ride off into the sunset. You know, he was praying Conor McGregor would have won this fight because that probably would have happened. But now that Conor McGregor, and look how karma worked. Conor McGregor got knocked out during stand-up. It wasn't even a submission.
But I had told people before, I said, y'all keep talking about this Conor McGregor, Manny Pacquiao. I said, Conor McGregor could go in there and very well lose that fight. And I said, that shit gonna be off the table. I told everybody that.
Yeah.
I told everybody that.
Yeah.
But listen.
He says he meant no one is critical of Manny. Yeah, I mean, we critical of Manny, but I mean, the main thing that I want to point out is Mayweather wasn't doing shit like that, like this.
But I'm saying you can't be real critical of Manny because in his prime, he gave y'all fights. He's 40-something years old. So get a pass. The only thing I do criticize on Manny Pacquiao in the media, when Manny Pacquiao went broke, they never blasted.
I gotta disagree. I gotta disagree with you on something that you said because you must have didn't watch the show that I did yesterday. I broke down Manny Pacquiao's career ever since he had really, up to the point of I broke down his career right at 147 basically, and I explained everything. Manny Pacquiao was moved a certain way.
Yep.
He was moved a certain way.
Yep.
But he
wasn't.
Especially after he got knocked out.
Still dangerous. Some of them guys were still dangerous when he
didn't fight no punches after he got flatlined by Marquez. They moved him a certain way.
Yeah, they moved him out of that.
They did. And that was the same exact reason why they never took the Terence Crawford fight, because he would have got flatlined again back in 2015 because Freddie Roach was the one who came out and said, we don't, Terence Crawford is like a Mayweather with knockout power. We don't want that, So listen.
So what they
Manny
do?
Pacquiao gave us plenty of awards. He's a legend in the sport. No one wants to take that away from him, and he's great for the sport of boxing. But this is another reason why when people get mad about these fighters talking about the business is so important, because look where he was at. After all that money he had allegedly made through his career, at the end of it all, he was in a position where he couldn't even fight in the United States no more. And it took the same people that everyone hated on for Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather and Al Heyman to actually make that possible for him to come over here. They gave him a nice cupcake fight with Adrian Broner, right? And then he did what he did against Keith Thurman. But look, if you're gonna put yourself in a position to fight a Keith Thurman and become a super champion at the weight class, then look, it's 2 years now, bro. You got to shit or get off the pot.
Hey, it's like this. You can have all of the passes that he wants. Pass that fucking belt over.
Right.
That's all you got to do. That's all I'm saying. Right. Do what the fuck you want, but pass that fucking belt over to somebody else.
Yeah, he need to get rid of the straps because he don't need a strap.
Right.
Get rid of that shit.
Give it to Usyk.
What you want to do, you earn your position. You earned your position. You earned the right to do this, but you don't earn the right to hold on to the title while you do whatever the fuck that you want to do.
Right.
That's it.
All right. Now let me break this down. Manny Pacquiao was getting shit money when he was really fighting. When he was fighting dangerous people, he was getting shit money. He was going broke. Remember, he went over to the Philippines, gave all his countrymen all his fucking money. He was going fucking broke. Mayweather gave him a chance to get some money back in his pocket. Then, when he started realizing, oh, I'm worth this, he started asking Bob Earl for this type of money. Bob Earl was like, fuck no, I'm not giving it to you. And like y'all said, they gave Al Heyman and who else? And Floyd Mayweather gave him a chance over at the PBC, man. Whereas though he's getting $20 million a fight, man. But for real, he's worth more than that. But it is what it is.
Right. Manny came to the PBC thinking he's gonna get that Floyd Mayweather rematch. But Floyd told his ass it ain't happening no more. Yep. He got his ass stuck over there with them young bulls. He fought AB.
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah, he thinking he gonna beat AB and that's gonna bring Floyd back. But Floyd wasn't giving it to him. Then he fought Keith Thurman. He got the scrap. Now that he got the scrap, wait a minute. He beat a young motherfucking Keith Thurman. Now that he got the scrap, everybody want to scream that he get a pass. He can do what he want to do. That's a fact. Right? But he put himself in position to get in them young boys' lane. You want to continue to fight in this era. Nobody said shit when Tyson knocked out what's my man name that knocked out Muhammad Ali?
Larry Holmes.
Nobody said shit when Larry Holmes knocked out Ali. Nobody said shit when Terry Norris beat the shit out of Sugar Ray Leonard. It's the game, bro. If you want to stick your ass around,
a lot of real boxing fans, y'all didn't have.
Listen, if you want to stick your ass around in the game long enough, this what's gonna happen to you. Go get your ass ate by one of these hungry lions. That's just the nature of the beast. So I'm not gonna feel no sorry for no Manny Pacquiao. You put your ass in that lane, your ass stay in it. Manny Pacquiao still got something in the gas tank. That motherfucker dropped Keith Thurman in the first round, bro.
Right.
He still got something in the gas tank. He didn't want out here talking about he want to fight this person or fight that person. So if you put yourself in that position and you still a name and you go on pay-per-view, you still give a motherfucker a payday, and you can still give a motherfucker a recognition. Of course, these young bulls go gun for your ass. But if you don't want the smoke, then drop the title and go do whatever the fuck you want to do. But as long as you hold on to that title, as long as you're in the welterweight division, them boys go be on your ass, bro. And I don't blame them. Not one bit.
What I'm saying is, all them boys y'all talking about don't rather fight Manny Pacquiao than fight each other. Because he is the cash cow. He's the cash cow. I ain't talking about they scared to fight each other, but they rather get the bag first and then start fighting each other.
I agree.
Manny Pacquiao around for a limited time, so of course they're gonna try to chase after his ass.
And I agree with the brotherhood. He said Manny had roids in the gas tank versus Thurman. He gets so many. Manny gets so many freaking passes, man. It's like. It's like people are
fucking drug test, dog.
Yeah, it's like Manny is like Joe Biden and Floyd's like Trump. So it's like no matter what is said, if Manny is right or wrong, they're gonna just side with Manny Pacquiao. I mean, this guy, I was watching the fight. I was like, how is this guy taking such big shots from Keith Thurman like that? And not going nowhere. And then on the flip side, you don't want no drug test. Like, I can't get behind that guy. You know, I can't. I just can't get behind Manny Pacquiao. I respect him. There's a difference between respecting someone and supporting someone. I respect him, but I don't support Manny Pacquiao. I think he makes some real fuckboy moves a lot of the times, man. Like from the time he didn't fight Crawford to how he just, it's like he pick and choose, and then people give him a pass, but then they got a problem with Floyd doing the same thing. You know, and Floyd faced way bigger punchers than Manny Pacquiao faced in his career. At the end of his career, and Marcos Maidana was a huge puncher at the end of his career. Gave Floyd all he can handle in that first fight, you know. But you know, people look at Manny Pacquiao, they just give him a pass because he's so associated with Floyd Mayweather. So it's like, I mean, Manny Pacquiao.
He's a white man. Listen, man, he's not black. Asians are, if they love them, they consider them as white people, man. They love them, man. As long as you ain't black in the sport and you're another race, and they can get behind you to beat up one of these black fighters that talk all this shit, they with you. It's just what it is. Because when he ain't want to fight Floyd Mayweather, was talking about
he's scared of needles.
And
got tattoos.
All that shit. Come on, man. Stop this shit. Yeah. He's scared of needles.
He got multiple tattoos, though.
Then who they blame the fight on?
On Floyd. Yep.
They blame it on Floyd.
And then Freddie Roach came out and admitted and said that the reason the fight didn't happen, it was because of them, and people still blame Floyd out there.
I'm gonna tell y'all some shit, right? Fuck Floyd Mayweather, because they did Floyd like that, right? And they blame Floyd, right? What they always do, they always put it on the black man. No matter what the evidence is, right? The media is always gonna turn it on the black man. What's going on with the Wilder situation, right?
Exactly.
What's going on with the Wilder situation?
Yeah, that's just crazy, man.
Right? You see all the evidence, but even throw that shit out the window. Throw the gate out the window. You still trying to blame it on Wilder while the fight ain't happening, right?
And he taking it in the
you
court.
Don't see bald head ass fucking Floyd Mayweather coming out and saying nothing like, "Hey, you know, they did the same shit to me," and speaking out on. So fuck Floyd. Straight up.
I mean, I don't feel like that's really Floyd business with Wilder. I mean, Floyd
it is his fucking business, because he
another black man.
And he can take up because he had it done to him. He could talk about that shit. Like, look.
Oh, I see you say mention it and talk about it. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, like that's what they do to us.
Floyd Mayweather a cracker now, man, because he acting like the black community was never with him during his whole career. But
that's who stood behind him his whole career.
No, I
understand what you're saying, but yeah, that's who stood behind him his whole career. But you know, when them tax brackets be changing, you know, they be really changing up on a motherfucker, man. So
them niggas turn crackers.
Yeah,
all lives matter shit. Then you want to come out and say it was racism towards him.
Right.
They let Conor McGregor do this and do that. So it only racism when it appease your ass, just like Lil Wayne old fun boy ass. They don't see color until something happens to them, then it becomes racism. Sit y'all ass down somewhere.
Yeah, like that shit, you know what I'm saying? You talk about all this shit. Mayweather is fucking about Mayweather. He don't give a fuck about it.
This bitch ass ain't say nothing about the racism until the fight was over with. That's some bitch ass shit.
Exactly. But you see what I'm saying? So I'm not going to get on here and just continue talking about, oh, well, man, now fuck him. Straight up. Fuck him. Because he see a lot of other shit that's going on that involves other people in boxing, and he don't talk about none of that shit, but he'll talk about, oh, you know, when it involves him, right? And he want everybody to get behind him. Man, fuck him.
Well, he's real self-centered. We know that. I mean, it's evident in the videos he make, and just he seemed like a real lonely dude, to be honest.
It's proven that he's self-centered because he can't have nobody with money beside him. Anybody that can match him, that beside him, he got them the fuck away from him. bought out his best friend 50 Cent.
Well, that was I don't know. I can't put the whole situation on Floyd with 50 because I mean from what I heard,
the whole situation, but
right.
But when he got a nigga that's beside him that got more money, that got his own fucking opinion.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy, G Garcia said, I'm unsubscribing. You always be on some racial shit.
You didn't have to announce that shit. You didn't have to announce that shit.
All right, we talk about our own kind. It's racist.
It ain't that.
We gotta talk about the Latino community.
I'm on some racist shit because
I'm talking about our own kind.
I'm talking about my own kind. If you go on your fucking channel, if you have one, and talk about what's going on with your Latino people, is that any of my business?
Right.
You think I'm gonna fucking get mad and be like, oh, you're talking about what's going on in your Latino community? I'm mad now.
No,
that ain't
I'm gonna listen to it, and if it's facts, it's facts.
Right,
bro.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
They just don't like. People just can't stand when black people or black men, especially, could get together and be on the same accord, talking about their culture. If we was up here being ignorant, and arguing, he'd be tuned in. You know?
Listen, and I'm all to break this down so all you motherfuckers be keep on talking about all y'all on our culture dick. Our culture dick. Stop playing with me, man. All y'all dress like urban wear. That shit come from black people. Urban wear come from black people. The rock music you listen to come from black people. Man, jazz, rock and roll, all that shit come from us.
Fucking right. Heavy metal, Jimi Hendrix.
All of it.
Y'all don't see us doing the salsa and all that goofy ass shit.
Salsa is actually an African love dance, to be honest. That's how it's true.
Racist or nothing. So stop playing with us. Stop playing with us. We built this shit. Yo, we built
that shit. Hey, this shit just crazy to me. When we talking amongst ourselves that don't have nothing to do with nobody else, we just talking about, and these motherfuckers get mad. Like, it's crazy. Why does everybody get so fucking right? Why does everybody get so fucking offended or get so scared when we talk about black people sticking together? That shit crazy.
Yeah,
that's like the most scariest thing to other races. I ain't on here talking about, you know what I'm saying?
We're talking about another race.
I'm not on here talking about another race or this and that. I'm talking about some shit with Floyd Mayweather, how he don't give a fuck about nothing that goes on that has to involve in race, unless it, is himself.
Right.
But you mad at that? Motherfucker, unsubscribe. Matter of fact, I'll unsubscribe you.
Come back on.
Oh shit!
All right, though, but this is the thing that we talking about him not sticking up for his people, and we see what the fuck he doing, some sucker ass shit. But like we said, when they brought that little Conor McGregor shit out, why do Conor McGregor get to use Mayweather style and get away with it? But when Mayweather do, he get criticized. He come out, well, I seen this, and racism plays a big part in this, and this and that. You want that motherfucker to say that shit, but when it comes to sticking up to these motherfucking Black Lives Matter and hands up, don't shoot. And Gucci saying this shit with the blackface and all that shit. I'm my own man, and I do what I want to do. And everybody, if you go ban Gucci, then you should ban this. You should ban that. You should ban this because they all stick together and this and that. Man, go with all that
shit. Young billionaire says even salsa comes from Africans. Yeah, man, shit crazy. That shit, man. And Cleo Floyd says, that's facts, Cleo. He says, I agree. He says it's crazy. Support your own. Everyone else does it. Yeah, go Mahomes. Yeah. It's crazy because when we do it, it's they ain't nothing but race baiters. They racing. But when everybody else do it, it's all right.
Let me say this. If y'all look at what's my man name? What's Ali Setback? When he's fucking in it, Bobby Garcia and all them motherfuckers, when he was talking about Leo and Tank, but he say Tank gonna knock him out, but I gotta go with Leo.
Right.
He's my countryman.
Yeah, he just at least sat back, just play side so he could get in camps and stuff. But I
ain't talking about him. I ain't talking about
Robert Garcia. Right.
They can go with their own kind, and y'all motherfuckers don't say shit about it. I don't see no type of Texas or in their comments. I don't see nobody saying nothing about that shit. But when we sitting right here saying that if a black man fighting a white man or a Mexican man, I ain't supposed to fucking be behind my brother.
Yeah, I noticed one of the things I noticed in my group.
That's like, that's like with Tank. I don't like Tank for certain reasons, but you think I wasn't cheering Tank on about Leo Santa Cruz? You got to be a fucking dummy.
Yeah, one of the things I realized in my group is that it's really hard for other cultures and ethnicities, and I'm gonna just call it spade a spade. And I've noticed it more in my group with the Latino subscribers or members I have. It's really hard for them to see you give constructive criticism to a Latino fighter as a black person.
Man, you know, talking about that shit.
It's really hard, and it's crazy because, like, okay, we can sit up and argue. They won't say a word about us going back and forth about Spence and Crawford and whatever stance you take, whether you on Crawford side or Spence side, is not a problem, right? Whatever you bring up is cool. But then if you bring up the same situation about Canelo, it's like, oh, this is race baiting and stuff. It's like, listen, these guys are boxers, right? We can say if you don't want us to talk about them, then they don't need to be in the sport of boxing. We just talking about boxing, at the end of the day. And if you can have an issue with Floyd Mayweather fighting Andre Berto, right, at his last fight, then you got to keep the same energy about Ryan Garcia and Manny Pacquiao or any other bullshit fight that you see, because you don't see them having a problem or bringing up the fact that Amir Khan went up 2 weight classes to fight Canelo Alvarez. There's never any issue. It's just like, oh, he's the best. I mean, but if Floyd made that, and that's why I had made a post, right? Everyone was coming up with the whole business shit, and I'm glad Manny addressed that part with the exhibition, because I don't support it, because these guys are both active fighters, Ryan Garcia and Manny Pacquiao. They're both active fighters. So I'm just saying, like, would people have the same issue if Floyd Mayweather, who's retired from the sport now, like 4 years, over 4 years, almost 5 years, if he came back and said, okay, I'm going to fight Chris Colbert in an exhibition? I mean, everyone would have an issue with that.
Right.
So why is it so different? Because if you're going to call something bullshit for one person and not for the other person, then we have to look and say, well, what are the differences between these two people that you have a bias towards one and not the same bias towards the other? And I mean, it's clear as day. And we see with Manny Pacquiao, for instance, and we see it with Canelo, and we heard it from who was the guy, the business manager. It's the business manager of Jaron, Ennis, where they say that no black fighter. They got that rule. They'll put Manny Pacquiao in there with Tim Bradley, because Tim Bradley don't knock out nobody. I mean, they'll put you in there with a black fighter that isn't an elite fighter or a dangerous fighter, but when it comes to a dangerous black fighter, they don't like putting those certain guys in there. Well, there's no reason. Can anyone give us a reason why Canelo Alvarez, who fought in the zone all of those times, the world champion at 160, didn't fight Demetrius Andrade? That makes zero sense. I mean, I can see the Charlo one because Charlo is PBC and the zone, but you got Andrade over there just rotting away. A guy with talent and skills, and so be it. If he would lose to Canelo, let's see it. But from what I've seen, especially with the Lara fight, and I know that's many years ago, he had an issue with guys who could move. Guys, certain skill sets and attributes that black fighters have naturally.
I'm gonna say something too, right? Canelo, right? He be coming on some Floyd Mayweather bullshit, right? Mm-hmm. He be coming self-centered and looking to me like he don't give a fuck about his own people neither. Because how the fuck can you come out, right, and say that you're not gonna fight another Mexican fighter? Right. He doubled down on it. Said it again. He not fighting another Mexican fighter. So you mean to tell me you don't want to get money with your own people?
Right.
You mean to tell me, Canelo, you not finna help out your own Mexican brother, you not gonna get money with your own people. You coming out saying that you refusing to fight another Mexican fighter. What type of bullshit is that? Yeah. That's what some of y'all need to be talking about. But it is what it is, man. We get ready to wrap it up because we've been on here cooking for damn near 3 hours, man. I'm gonna wrap it up. Before we wrap it up, let me get your last words. Kwame.
Oh yeah, well, just first off, salute to the panel. I always appreciate coming on here. My work shift changed, so I get off a half hour earlier. That's why I was able to come on this time. Also, want to say salute to Cassandra Mason. I saw she saluted me in the chat, and someone else I forgot further up. My apologies if I don't get you by name, but all you guys basically loyal to the game boxing. Facebook for some reason just took us down like a couple weeks ago. Right. It was getting too big. I don't know what happened. It was nothing crazy going on in there, but they took it down. So
that's correct. How can they with no explanation? They just
they just said it was under review. The only thing I could think of, because Charlie Zillinov came into the group, and I don't know this to be a fact, but once he came into the group, all of a sudden the group got shut down, and there was a lot of people who just kept attacking him. So it could have got reported. I don't know, but I just know out of all the time that it's been there until he showed up and those things happened, we was okay. But we back up and running. So please come and subscribe. It's Loyal to the Game Boxing and Sports. We're going to be covering more than boxing. Also, make sure that you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'm just learning how to put videos, make my own videos. So I'm going to be posting videos this week. Draco and I are going to be going live most likely tonight to address some of these things as well. And as I said before, salute to that guy as well. And as I said before, I always enough big respect to everything boxing and Monty Brown. You guys are to me, there are guys who are out here in the YouTube field in boxing that have been here for a while and they do great work. But this is more of a down to earth platform, and to me the best brand new platform that is out there. So salute you guys, and salute to Ronald.
Appreciate you, man.
No doubt.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And Money, let them know what it is, Money.
Yes, sir. Appreciate everybody that came through showing love, man. Appreciate to my brother Bet. Once again, Bet, you got my condolences for your nephew, bro. I know it's a little hard situation, so keep your head up, champ.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Kwame, man. Loyal to the Game Boxing too. It will be jumping just like the first one, so don't even worry about that, bro. Only thing that had to happen was motherfuckers reporting it, and you feel me? And it's a black channel. And just like you say, when black motherfuckers come together and do something, they gotta hate on this shit, bro. But much love to everybody out there, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to me on Monty Brown TV, on Instagram at Monty_the writer. You feel me? It's all love, man. We're gonna keep pushing out this real shit to y'all. Don't never take this shit personal, because it's never personal. But we is gonna represent our own first, and that's a fact. You feel me? Shouts out to my bro Key, who doing a hell of a job, man. Y'all make sure y'all come subscribe. Come watch me tonight at 8. I will be going live. Hopefully, I might have a little culture now. We're going to talk about some things, man. But it's all love, man. We will be back tomorrow. Ronald Finkley, bring your ass tomorrow so he can eat your ass alive. Get down, man. Big dog status.
Yes, sir. Y'all already know what it is. Once again, I appreciate everybody in the chat. Make sure that y'all hit that like button before we get up out of here. And don't forget, tomorrow, right? Tomorrow, I'm going to bring Ronald Finkley ass on here because And he gotta, you know what I'm saying, he gotta keep that same energy, right? And we gonna have a little debate. We gonna, you know, because like I said, everybody, if you really want it, you can get a voice on here, right? You get your voice on here. I'm gonna let you get off, right? But be prepared. Be prepared. So like I said, I appreciate everybody for coming in. Everybody in the chat, y'all already know how I do. Mr. There you go, talking that boxing again. I don't watch reality TV. I watch boxing. And anything ain't everything, but around here, everything boxing. Tomorrow, make sure y'all tune in at 1:30 Central Time. And we're gonna get it in. I appreciate y'all. Hit that like button and we out.